On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Women's Basketball is on the air. Presented by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, delivering the funds the university needs to drive academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your local Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Alliant Energy. See how Alliant Energy is building a strong, resilient energy future today and for generations to come. Learn more at alliantenergy.com/powering beyond. Explore Minnesota. Discover the star of the North. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. This is the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative pregame show, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Here's Rob Brooks and former Hawkeye Catherine Reynolds.
Well, it comes quickly as the in-state rivalries start tonight for the Iowa Hawkeyes, the first of three, as tonight the Drake Bulldogs enter Carver Hawkeye Arena. Good evening and welcome. Rob Brooks along with Catherine Reynolds, and we have a nice jam-packed half-hour pregame show for you as Iowa at 2-0, number 21 in the country, coming off a record-setting performance against Evansville last Sunday afternoon. Two big-time records were set. 119 points. Hawks won that game 119-43. That was the most points ever scored by a Hawkeye women's basketball team. You have to go back to the early 70s in a victory against Cornell to beat that record. And then Iowa winning by 76 points. That was the all-time margin of victory. And it was actually Evansville that was already in the record books as the opponent, but Iowa surpassed that amount from a few years ago. So a 76-point win and 119 points in doing so. And certainly the goal of that game was that everybody felt pretty good, gained some confidence, and that's exactly what happened. How about Layla Hayes? Her best performance as a Hawkeye, 9 out of 11 from the floor, had 20 points. Chit-Chat Wright, a double-double with 16 and 10 assists, just one turnover. And then three other players in double figures for the Hawkeyes, led by Ava Heiden's double-double of 14 and 10, 12 from Taylor McCabe, and 13 and 6 boards from Hannah Stalkey. And you want to shoot the ball well early, especially when you're a three-point shooting team and expecting a high percentage throughout the year. But the Hawkeyes did that. 14 of 26 on the afternoon, almost 54%. But as most schedules go for college basketball teams, you move along and the competition gets tougher. And that certainly will be the case tonight against the 1-1 Drake Bulldogs. A victory at Eastern Illinois to start their season, 83-65. They lost their home opener 83-74 to a good Creighton team. And this series, though there's been a lot of close games, the Hawkeyes have certainly come out on top, winning 21 of the last 22. Hard-fought game in Des Moines last year. The Hawks prevailed 86-73. Drake has not won at Carver Hawkeye Arena since 2001, a streak that Coach Jensen and company want to keep moving forward. We'll be back with much more on the pregame show as we'll get some insight on the Drake Bulldogs and also have our pregame chat with Jan Jensen, all leading up to a 7:35 tip. We're down at the bottom half of the hour for this one. So many different game times as a 7:35 the tip for the Hawkeyes and the Bulldogs. Back with more from Carver Hawkeye after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oaknall is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oaknall.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Hi, Hawk fans. Coach Kirk Ferentz here. For 40 years, our players have proudly worn the ANF logo to honor the hardworking farmers who keep this country growing. With fewer farmers working the land, their challenges are bigger, but their commitment never wavers. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau are proud to stand with these dedicated families who feed and fuel our nation. Thanks for celebrating 40 years of America Needs Farmers. Let's keep standing strong for the people who keep us going strong. To learn more, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
And the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative has been a long-time presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball, and certainly pleased to have Richard Ney with me, an executive at the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative. And Richard, just tell me a little bit about yourself first off, and how you kind of made your way to University of Iowa Energy Collaborative.
Okay, well, thank you, Rob. I'm a native Iowan. I'm actually born in Iowa City and raised in Davenport.
There you go.
And coming up on 35 years of service to the university. Over 20 of that as an environmental consultant to the university. Another decade or so helping run utilities within the university, and now I've come back with the private partner to again help utilities.
Well, this is, as I mentioned, a long-time partnership here in its third year, with the Energy Collaborative being the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball. Where do you see the value in that partnership?
Well, our founding firms and our investors all have tremendous commitment to social improvement, making the world a better place, and both through economic gains, but also environmental and social. And gender equity is a big topic for us, and so the opportunity to partner with the tremendous commitment that Iowa has for women's basketball couldn't have been a better fit.
Tell us a little bit more about the UI Energy Collaborative.
Well, UI Energy Collaborative exists for one thing, and that is to serve the University of Iowa utilities in partnership with the facilities management folks. And we want to make the utility system that's been great even better, more efficient, more reliable, so that it serves the university's very important mission.
Well, Richard, appreciate your sponsorship. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Richard Ney, executive at the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball again this season. We'll get some insight with the Drake Bulldogs as Kelly Greenway, assistant coach for the Bulldogs, will join Catherine and let us know about the Bulldogs here in 2025-26, and she's got some University of Iowa ties as well. That coming up next. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Craving something sweet? Step into the flavor of a good old-fashioned bake sale, Quick Star style. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our premium donuts. Choose from Quick Star's fluffy Long Johns, rich Persians, classic Bismarcks, or ring donuts. So delicious, just like the ones at your hometown bake sale. Do you remember those fresh oven-baked cookies your grandma used to make? So good. Well, the Quickery's got them. Our cookies are just like the ones from back in the day. Let's head straight to the bake sale, only at Quick Star. Treat yourself today.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Aplos, and Community Choice Credit Union. Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. Hey Hawkeye fans, there's a new MVP at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Carol's Corn, Iowa's favorite gourmet popcorn, is now popping fresh for every men's and women's basketball game. From our delicious triple mix to golden caramel and bold cheese. Every bite is handcrafted right here in the Midwest. Popped fresh, local, and made with you in mind. So grab your bag, cheer loud, and taste the flavor of Hawkeye pride. Carol's Corn. Grab yours and enjoy the game inside Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Carol's Corn. We pop every kernel with you in mind.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
All right, Kelly, you returned to Carver Hawkeye after spending time here as a manager in 2005 to 2008. Special place for you, I'm sure. But can you just talk about the history of this matchup a little bit and what it feels like to be on the other side of the court tonight?
Yeah, I think it's just an amazing opportunity every time we get to play each other, especially with all the history and all the connections that both programs have with each other. And then being able to celebrate that together last year with the matchup at the 50th anniversary, that was really cool too. But I think like year after year, just the mutual respect that we have for each other's programs. And then like a lot of our kids know each other really well, just deep roots from playing together in high school or AAU. So it's just kind of a cool, I think it's a really good opportunity and just a cool thing that our state does.
Yeah, absolutely. Like similar recruiting pools, all of those things, lots of familiarity in the coaching staffs and the rosters. So moving to your roster, a little bit of turnover. Obviously, you lose to graduation, Katie Dinnebeer, who was a program changer for you. But if you could just walk us through kind of your key personnel here for the 2025-26 season.
Yeah, I think that's still, like, as far as key personnel, I think it's going to be like a group effort, game after game. But that's kind of what we have an opportunity to get, like, back to that with even scoring, 5 people in double digits is kind of the go-to. And, just trying to make sure that everyone has confidence and that every day we're just getting a little better and better as the year goes.
Yeah, Drake basketball, what makes you so hard to defend is, anyone is a capable scorer. So when you think about tonight's matchup with Iowa, also, a little bit of a new team too, what do you expect out of tonight?
Yeah, I think we're going to compete. I think both teams will compete really well. It'll be fun to see, because, just from different playing styles. And so far, Iowa has had a couple games and not very close margins, and we've had a little closer margins in our games. So it'll be fun for both of us to go out there and compete and just kind of see what this matchup brings.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, and thanks for your time, Coach.
Awesome. Thanks, Catherine. Sorry.
Catherine with Kelly Greenway, assistant coach for Allison Pullman, who was a very good player at the University of Northern Iowa. Allison Starr then, of course, a longtime assistant at Drake, and now in her 4th season as head coach of the Drake Bulldogs. We'll get the perspective from Jan Jensen as the countdown to tip-off continues. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The year-end clearance sale is going on now at your local Honda dealer. Honda cars, SUVs, and trucks are on clearance during Happy Honda Days. Get 2025 Accords, Pilots, and Ridgelines on clearance with big savings on the full Honda line. Gas, hybrids, and EVs. All new Hondas are in stock. Honda, KBB.com's best value and performance brand. This is the time to get a new Honda with clearance savings. Search your local Honda dealer today. Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. Let's take a look at the numbers. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you choose from thousands of in-network providers. And you're teaming up with Iowa's #1 health insurance company. We know healthcare in Iowa. Score great coverage from Wellmark. Find the plan that's best for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
It's time for our shoot-around with Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen, presented by Oak Knoll. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 59 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare Campus, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. Here's Rob Brooks and Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena as we get ready for Iowa and Drake. Countdown to tip-off. Rob Brooks along with Jan Jensen and our pregame chat. And Jan had to have a really good feeling after that Evansville game. The energy was good from the start. Everybody seemed to play well and get some confidence rolling forward.
Yeah, that's what I love the most about that game. I mean, we all agree that wasn't the toughest opponent. But what that team needed, our team needed, was just to see the ball go in. And I think their coaches needed to see it be a little more fluid. And I think we saw that. And now, obviously, the competition will continue to ramp up tonight and well into the next in-state rivalry down into the Florida games. And but I think what we saw in Evansville was just a good sigh of relief for our team. They wanted to play well, and they did.
I've heard other coaches talk over the last several days. Well, we're doing a lot of good things, just need to shoot the ball better.
Right.
And that's really what you want to do early, and we're able to do it.
It is, and they all work so hard. It's this generation, there shouldn't be too many on your team that aren't, putting in a little bit extra. Now, the great ones will put in a lot extra. But I just know the kids who haven't been seeing it go in as much. I've seen them in the gym at all hours, right? When I'm working late, I'm coming in early. So it's a matter of time. And, sports is a lot like life. When it starts to go your way a little bit, boy, it can really feel like the clouds part and it's just sunny all the time. So that's what I'm hoping.
You've been around a lot of great point guards. Anybody go off to a 17 assist to 2 turnover ratio?
I tell you what, that's just such a fun part of the storyline. I think Chit Chat, we're just kind of scratching the surface, beginning to see what she can do. But obviously, again, the opponents are going to get bigger, faster, stronger. She's really, for her size, she's very athletic and strong. It'll be interesting to see, when we face some of those bigger opponents. But she did play in the ACC, and she did definitely, by the end of last year, she was doing just great things. So I think that's one we need to keep her confident, and I just want to keep her playing really free because she sees the court so well. I just wanted to be a little bit more vocal, and that's just the craziest thing about her name, Chit Chat. It's the opposite why they named her it, or the nickname. But she's really coming, though. She's really trying, and I think if we can continue to get her out of her comfort zone and really get her to lean into taking charge out there, that's going to bode well for her, but also our team.
Good, Tegan, good to go tonight?
Yeah, yep, she is. Now, it'll depend how the game and flow goes because she hasn't practiced for a long time. So we need to be cognizant of that, but she is good to go.
Well, the Drake Bulldogs, it's nice to look at the roster. No Katie Dinnebeer and no Anna Miller.
Amen. Amen to that.
You don't mind that, right?
No, I don't mind that, but I also know they got a Grace Knutson and Abby Hawthorne. Amy, sorry, no, what's her doggone name? I love Ava. I recruited that kid so much. I love her family. And that Abby Alsma, that's where I got that. You know, those three, boy, they like to go, they like to shoot, and, you know, they may not be Katie Dinnebar yet consistently, but I'm pretty sure Allison and company, their coach, is working on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a program that just kind of reloads, doesn't it?
It does. You know, it takes a little bit of time for those kids that didn't get a lot of minutes. You know, now they're getting those minutes and they're learning what it's like to be in the hot seat. And, you know, a lot of these teams, the in-state rivalries, we know them well. We've recruited them to a degree, or we've certainly watched them play on the circuit. So there's a lot of familiarity and a lot of respect.
We got a lot going on last year in Des Moines. This has to feel a little more calm.
It does. You know, I think just that overall, that the first year for me personally, you know, taking over the reins, but that game at Drake, you know, just it was the celebration of 50 years. And, you know, I played there and we'd coached there, and all the icons that came back, you know, I knew most of them because I had long revered them. So you have everybody back, and, you know, everybody, you know, I think respected myself and Jenny and Lisa, but they sure wanted to beat us, right? So it was just a unique cauldron of emotion. I was really grateful for we got the win, and it feels just a lot better this year, obviously to be at home, but just to have a normal in-state game with not, you know, all the other hype. But with that being said, I was so honored that they did it because I probably couldn't have gone. So it was, it was everything. It was just, I was honored to be there, but it was definitely an emotional and a little bit added pressure.
Well, won last year, and I won another W today.
That's exactly. This job just makes you greedy, I tell you what. But let's go get it, Rob.
Jan, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Jan Jensen on the pregame show. Back with more after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Xtreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullum. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Both teams back out on the floor. The Hawkeyes are warming up to the basket at our right and the Drake Bulldogs to our left. We are courtside at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Going to be a terrific crowd for women's basketball on this Thursday night. Time for the keys to a Hawkeye victory. They are sponsored by Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your getaway today at exploreminnesota.com.
Well, Rob, this is going to be a fun game tonight because there are lots of things about the way Drake plays that are hard to defend. So I think it's an interesting challenge for Iowa. So the first key to the game tonight that I have is transition defense and finding the shooters that are going to be spotting up on the wings, and then includes the post. The Drake transition attack actually kind of, I know this maybe sounds backwards, but it really kind of starts with their post player. Once they make that outlet pass, they are sprinting down to the middle of the lane, not to either block, middle of the lane and looking to seal. So for Iowa, it's all hands on deck as far as slowing the Drake transition with their point guard, their shooters on the wings, and then their post cutting down the lane. Secondly, Drake is a team that mixes up their defenses throughout the course of the game. So they play a matchup zone, which actually looks very similar to a player-to-player defense, and then they also play a traditional player-to-player defense. So for Iowa, the key is to assess which look are we getting and then to attack it. But don't get bogged down in which one it is. A lot of Iowa's offense works against either defense, and that's a key thing about it. And lastly, Iowa has an advantage in the post tonight, so use them, feed your posts early and often.
That is Catherine's keys to a Hawkeye victory, presented by Explore Minnesota. Starting lineups, the tip coming up, Iowa and Drake. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The holidays are coming. This year, elevate your dessert table and focus on the family by letting the Eat Shop do the baking. Bourbon pecan, pumpkin, Dutch apple, French silk, key lime, cranberry crumble, cherry. You can't go wrong. Fill your dessert table with gourmet handmade pies and treats that are worth every bite. Pre-order now at theeatshop.com or visit us in Solon, Uptown Marion, or at the University of Iowa campus cafes. Worth every bite. Hawkeye fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Big Ten Rentals, and Tomlinson Cannon. Just like the Hawkeyes defend Carver and Kinnick, Tomlinson Cannon defends your home roof to foundation. Roofing, gutters, waterproofing, foundation repair, and concrete leveling. Locally owned since 1948, they've kept Eastern Iowa homes dry and on firm foundations. Call Tomlinson Cannon today for your free assessment.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. Let's take a look at the numbers. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you choose from thousands of in-network providers. And you're teaming up with Iowa's #1 health insurance company. We know healthcare in Iowa. Score great coverage from Wellmark. Find the plan that's best for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
The singing of our national anthem before tonight's contest as the Hawkeyes and the Drake Bulldogs. Starting lineups will be introduced, and they are brought to you by Melrose Meadows. You tired of cooking, cleaning, or just being alone? You can check out Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community, with underground parking, a heated pool, and endless opportunities to stay fit and social. You can learn more. Visit melrosemeadows.com. For the Drake Bulldogs, 1-1 on the season. coached by Allison Pullman in her 4th year. Grace Knudsen, 5'10" sophomore from Cedar Falls, an outstanding 3-point shooter. Second leading scorer for the Bulldogs in the young campaign. Abby Alsma, second year at Drake after starting her career at Illinois State, 5'9" senior, averaging 22.5 points per game. Maggie Taylor, 6'2" sophomore from Rapid City, South Dakota, averaging 7.5. Anna Becker, a 5'10" freshman, averaging in double figures at 13.5 and contributes 6.5 rebounds a game. The point guard is Ava Hawthorne, a 5'9" senior, who's played a lot of basketball for the Bulldogs, mostly coming off the bench, but as a starter this year, averaging 6 points and also leads the team in assists at 6 a contest. Hawkeyes starting 5, Kylie Fierbach, averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds a contest. Hannah Stolke at the 4, averaging 16.5 and 7.5 boards. 6'2" senior from Cedar Rapids. In the middle, it'll be the 6'4" sophomore Ava Hayden, averaging 17.5 and 12 boards. Not bad to be averaging a double-double after the first 2 contests. And in the backcourt, a 5'9" senior Taylor McCabe, averaging 9 points. She is 4 out of 7 from 3-point range and was terrific against Evansville in that category, as ended up 4 out of 7. And on the point, transfer from Georgia Tech, 5'4" sophomore Chit Chat Wright. As we talked to Coach Jensen about, 17 assists and just 2 turnovers through the first 2 contests. And that just gives you, Catherine, a ton of confidence when you get a point guard that rolls into a season like that, especially a position that you needed to have something happen through the offseason.
Well, and I think you nailed it there at the end, Rob. It's, you looked at that Iowa team after last year, knew Lucy Olson was on her way out, and then you look at your current roster, and there wasn't really a natural fit at the point guard position, and I say that there are certainly players capable of filling in at the point. Taylor Stremlow, in this freshman class, Addie Deal, a handful of others that will do that as needed. But as a primary point guard, that was a key need for Iowa going into the offseason. And so to go and get a power 4 point guard that has experience at this level, Chit Chat being at Georgia Tech last year, you can't trade experience. And so it's been a great get thus far. And she's kind of just looking the part, isn't she? Every game she kind of gains a little more confidence, shows a little more emotion on the court. And although Jan said in your pregame show that she's still trying to pry her to be a little more vocal on the court, as we watch her, and we're pretty lucky to be close up, you can tell she's got command of their huddles, and that's such an essential thing for a point guard.
And to have 2 transfers come in, because we'll see Emily Rodriguez as well, off to a terrific start. They just seem to really fit into this system nicely, and sometimes you just never know.
You don't know, and that's the way of college athletics these days, the transfer portal. And 2 is not a lot of transfers to have, but it's still, when they're playing heavy minutes, 2 is a lot of people to introduce into your system, not to mention incoming freshmen to go along with it who are playing heavy minutes for Jan Jensen's roster. So yes, thus far, early in the season, definitely, but both Emily and Chit Chat showing what they're capable of and proving to be great gets in that transfer portal.
Hawks have won 21 of the last 22 against the Drake Bulldogs. Drake has not won in this arena since 2001. And you certainly, the mythical state title is out there for women's basketball, which is great in the state of Iowa. And this is the first of 2 this week, and then Iowa State next month. And you want to make sure that you get the first one. Got to get the first before you get the second, right?
Yeah, you can't go undefeated if you don't win the first one. So yeah, it's a pretty special thing that the state of Iowa does with women's basketball. First and foremost, to have all these programs, 4 programs that are highly competitive with each other: Drake, Northern Iowa, Iowa State, and then of course here at Iowa. So it's very cool that they still commit to playing each other and then go for that state title. And I know it's every single year, it's one of the goals on the board for the Iowa Hawkeye team is what the first kind of achievable goal of each season, because they play them all in the non-conference season, is to be state champs. And then, Rob, you just think about the history of it. Of course, Coach Jay, his hazard jersey hanging in the rafters over at Drake, and then not to mention she's got her buddy Lisa Bluter on the straight across from us on the court, wearing the headset on TV broadcasting this game tonight. So lots of emotion, lots of memories that go along with this Drake game every year, but you're happy when it's in this building and the 24-year success in that win column here in Carver.
And then the players on the floor, many know each other from maybe playing in high school against one another, or certainly the AAU circuit.
That and then also the recruiting, even if a player doesn't end up, say they're on Drake's roster now, high chance that they took a visit to Iowa at some point, especially if they're in that footprint of, Iowa, Minnesota, so heavily recruited by both programs. And, sometimes someone ends up at Drake because it's a better fit. You saw Megan Meyer a few years ago, started off her career here at Iowa and transfers over to Drake and had an amazing Missouri Valley all-conference type career over there. So definitely a lot of familiarity, a lot of years between these two programs.
We're ready to go. Stolke and Taylor. Ball in the air. Stolke wins the tap, but got a lot on it and knocked it right out of bounds across the way.
Yeah, Chit Chat lost her balance. I think was the most likely person to go get it, just kind of lost her balance.
So Drake will have the first possession in the blue road uniforms. Working the ball around the outer arc. Here's Grace Knutson on the right wing. And a illegal screen is going to be called as Maggie Taylor came up near the free throw line and just laid a shoulder into Kylie Feuerbach. Hopefully Kylie's okay, and that's the first foul of the ball game.
Now Kylie's no stranger to lots of contact, and I think Kylie's probably just glad Katie Dinnerbeer is no longer on this Drake roster. Her tough matchup the last few years.
Chit Chat right, open for three, right wing. And boy, we talk about her assist as she can knock down the three ball as well.
Oh, and what a start. Nothing feels better than seeing that first one fall.
3-0. Hawkeyes on top. Drake's second possession of the ball game. Alsma drives into the paint, has the ball ripped away by Wright. Down court pass, Hayden, layup, two more.
Incredible athleticism from Ava Hayden, getting out ahead of the break and then not even taking the dribble and laying that in. Wow, you don't normally see that at 6'3", streaking down the court.
A one-handed pass from Wright to Hayden. Short jumper in the paint, and that goes down for Maggie Taylor. Went glass with it, and Drake is on the board. Hawks by 3. Inside Stolke, goes to work on the right block, goes up, could not finish. But she had Taylor on her back, and that'll be her second at the 8:42 mark of the first quarter. 2 shots for Hannah Stolke.
Well, that's definitely not what Allison Pullman, the Drake head coach, wanted to happen here with, nearly not even a minute and a half off the clock. Was the second foul on her starting center, Maggie Taylor. Part of it is her scoring, but even more so, she's good for 11.5 rebounds a game. So to have her sent to the bench this early in the basketball game, I think changes things a little bit for Drake's attack.
Stolke knocks down the first, second one off the left side of the rim. Hayden rebound, put back, no. Ava goes high to get it, and then the ball's knocked away and dug up by the Bulldogs. Here's Hawthorne across the timeline, all the way down the lane, layup good.
Yeah, nobody just ever got in front of Ava and stopped her, took it coast to coast.
At 7-5 against Creighton. Hawkeyes by 2 with the basketball. At the elbow is Stolke. Floats a pass out to Wright. Now right side, Feuerbach 3, no good off the back of the iron. Rebound, weak side for the Hawkeyes. Stolke, three-pointer left wing, no. Rebound, Stolke, put back, good.
I was all over the offensive glass here to start this game, and I like that for their continued taking advantage of their height advantage in the post.
And the Hawks, when an open 3 is there, they're taking it.
Definitely, smart shots.
Bulldogs work the ball around the outer arc. Quinn Weiss into the game, 6'4" freshman with Taylor's 2 fouls. And then a nice pass to a slashing Abby Alsma. Left-handed layup is good.
Drake's offense, Alsma just came completely wide open. Their offense is so hard to guard. 5-out motion, constant cutting and screening action.
Stolke tried to get a pass to Feuerbach in the paint. It's a turnover. Down court, Drake transition 3, Alsma. That's an air ball, but it's dug up on the weak side by the Bulldogs, and the jumper is good from the right wing. Hawks quickly down the court. Drake takes its first lead at 9-8. McCabe for 3, right side, no. Went off the right side of the rim, and a whistle on the rebound.
Well, things really picked up there for the last couple of minutes, Rob. A lot of up and down. Like we said, transition is a strength for both of these offenses. So, you know, now we have a chance to take a breath, regroup, and regather and get a stop.
Drake by 1 with a basketball. Hayden picks up the foul. That's her first. We'll keep an eye on that. That was an issue last year. Here's Fornshell. Drake has gone to the bench, has played 8 already. 4 have scored. Talk about that balanced scoring. Now Alsma, right wing, 30 feet from the ball. And has it taken away by Stolke. Just ripped it right away from her, goes coast to coast. And then it's knocked out of bounds by Alsma as Stolke went up for the right-handed layup.
Really good defense at both ends. Stolke with a great steal, took it right out of Alsma's hands, but credit Alsma for hustling down and somehow blocking Stolke on that transition layup.
Drake by 1. Hawks will trigger it in. Do so to Hayes, just into the game. Short jumper just outside the paint, no good. But the Hawks get the rebound. Chit Chat right for 3, knocks it down off the Stolke assist.
Chit Chat, second 3 from the same spot, and that's one of the things with this Drake zone. You can find open spots.
Transition 3 for Fornsnell. That's no good. Ball dug up in the corner by McCabe. Fornshell, a 6'1" junior out of Plymouth, Minnesota. Hawks by 2 with the basketball. Almost 4 minutes into the game. Feuerbach gets it to Hayes. 10 feet away. Now right side 3 is good. Taylor McCabe knocks down her first one.
McCabe's got her sister as her matchup right now, so you can bet she wants to fill it up.
Peyton McCabe, 5'7" sophomore. In for the Drake Bulldogs, and the 3 ball by Weiss, no good. Though she's 6'4", if she's open, she'll try to knock that shot down. Inside, Hayes had the ball knocked away, and then went after it along the baseline, and the ball bounced out of bounds over to Drake. Quinn Weiss was there defensively. Emily Rodriguez in for Feuerbach. And Drake will bring in Tate Gray, 6'2" senior. Did not play in the last game against the Creighton Blue Jays. Drake with the basketball. Hawthorne, left wing. Now the ball reversed to Peyton McCabe. Now back to Hawthorne. Left to the top of the key, trying to direct traffic. Gets the ball back from McCabe and then sends it inside to Fornshell. And a whistle underneath as she made the catch right in front of the hoop. And that'll be a Drake turnover. Good defense by the Hawkeyes as they collapsed on Fornshell inside. 14-9. Hawks with the lead in the basketball. Rodriguez fakes a 3 from the top of the key. Puts it on the floor once. Now, right side, McCabe, 3 from the corner, no. And the ball dug up by Ava Hawthorne. Point guard brings it across the timeline, keeps that right-handed dribble going. Now Gray gives a screen to Alsma. Now back outside, Hawthorne for 3. Left to the top of the key, no good. Stolke the rebound. Gets it to Wright. 14-9 Hawkeyes. 4:27 left to go in the opening frame. Stolke takes it, left block, a couple of dribbles, power move, up off the window, good.
No, and you just feel like Stolke could do that all night long. Like you say, power move straight up on the left side.
Just knew exactly where she wanted to go and got there. Rodriguez with the steal in the paint. Good defense by the Hawks, right across the timeline. Approaching 4 left to go with the Hawkeyes on top, 16-9. We're in the first quarter. Right pass inside. Hayes turns and goes up in the paint by the semicircle, and she is fouled.
You know, that's something Hazel learned. She caught it on the right block, but turned towards the middle. Defense was shading her that way, so that's something that she'll learn as she gets more reps. She had her going the other direction. That's so exciting to see the clean slate and you got with Layla Hayes. Lots of potential.
Coming off a terrific game against Evansville where she had 20. University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this year, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. 3:56 left to go in the opening quarter. Iowa 16, Drake 9. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Happy Honda Days are here. The best time to save on a certified pre-owned Honda at your local Honda dealer. See big savings on all certified pre-owned Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Plus, you're Honda backed with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every certified pre-owned Honda goes through a 182-point inspection and is reconditioned like new by factory-trained technicians with genuine Honda parts. To save on a certified pre-owned Honda, search your local Honda dealer today.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawkeyes on an 8-0 run the last 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Drake has turned the ball over 3 times in a little over 3 minutes, and that's because of that Hawkeye defense really doing a good job getting their hands, active hands on the perimeter, but then collapsing whenever the ball goes inside.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes and 5 in the first 6 minutes of the game. And Iowa is not just forcing them, but they're scoring off of them. Iowa has 8 points off Drake turnovers at this point in the game. And, you know, not to mention Iowa's offensive rebounding at this point, they already have 7 rebounds total, 4 of those offensive, and sometimes teams only have 4 in a game. So I love that, and I'm sure that was something Coach Jay talked about, continuing to attack the offensive glass.
Well, you can see where the advantage is, and it's certainly inside as Layla Hayes knocks down her first free throw after the Gray foul. That's the first point off the bench for the Hawkeyes. Second one long off the back of the bracket. Rebound down to the Drake Bulldogs. Alsma left open on the left wing. Her three-pointer's no good. Scraped off the left side of the iron into the hands of Taylor McCabe. Brings it into the front court. Iowa on top, 17-9. Here's Stalkey on the right wing. Now drives, spins, jumper, no good. Just a little bit long. Really good-looking move that she took from the right wing out near the three-point arc. Drake in the front court. Alsma tries to drive. Gets a bounce pass inside to Weiss. She lost control of it. Gets it back out. Here's Thornshell. Tries to make a move. Kicks it left side to Hawthorne. Moves into the paint. Looked like she traveled, but it's blocked by Rodriguez. Stalkey. One-handed pass to McCabe. The Hawks will slow. Here's Wright in between the circles. Rodriguez left side outside the three-point arc. Puts it on the floor. Dribbles behind her back. Now tries to make her way toward the baseline. Kicks it back out to Wright. Now McCabe swings it to Stalkey on the right wing with 8 to shoot. Anna puts it on the floor, goes to the left block, lost control of it. 3 to go. Rodriguez, desperation 3, didn't hit anything. And it's a rebound by Drake with numbers, but the Hawkeyes get back. Transition 3, Hawthorne corner, no. And the rebound Lost out of bounds by Hayes. Will stay with the Bulldogs with 2:23 left to go in the first quarter. And our first look at Addie Deal tonight. Hayden for Hayes.
The Drake transition attack, this is what we're talking about. They've already taken 7 threes, and I think all but one of those has been in transition. They're looking to get them up on that initial attack.
And the Bulldogs throw it away into the hands of Wright. Hawkeyes in the front court, waits for a cutting, slashing Ava Hayden. Layup good.
Oh, what a pass. That one's going on the highlight reel. Chit Chat, very patient, waits for Hayden to get there. She knows her post buddy's coming. And the assist right down the left side of the lane.
Fornshell, left wing. Houston in the game for the Hawkeyes and gets a steal as they tried to get it to Becker. Here's Deal across the timeline to Rodriguez. Right wing takes it to the free throw line. Jumper good.
Well, she knows how to score, doesn't she, Rob?
Can you find that hoop?
Yeah, she sure can.
Inside, Weiss, turnaround jumper, mid-range, no. Hayden the rebound, gives it off to Deal, 21-9. Hawkeyes on a 13-0 run. Rodriguez, top of the key. One dribble and a pass to Wright. Fakes a three, rolls a bounce pass toward Hayden. Could not come up with it in the middle of the paint. Goes out of bounds over to the Bulldogs.
That's a tough pass for Ava Hayden to receive. Actually, you know, as a guard myself, that one's on the guard. When it's so low to the ground, someone at 6'4", they're holding their ground, trying to keep the defender off. It's really tough to recover a pass that's rolling on the ground.
Peyton McKay back into the game. Here's Knutson. Makes a move from the free throw line down the right side. Short jumper, no. Hayden the board. Gets it to Rodriguez. She's at the free throw line. Pushes it into the corner. Addie Deal for three off the right side of the rim. Houston the rebound. Bounce pass. Hayden. Layup good on the right block.
Well, Journey Houston with the great O-board and then unselfish extra pass over to Ava Hayden on the right block, sharing the basketball and attacking the offensive glass.
Share that ball. The Hawkeyes doing a terrific job of that.
Now they love to do that. 7 assists on 9 made field goals here all in this first quarter. Pretty impressive.
Timeout Drake. Allison Coleman wants to talk things over as the Hawkeyes have taken a 23-9 advantage on a 15-0 run the last 5:25.
Hawkeyes have been dominant in this first quarter, and you know, to be very honest, I didn't totally know what to expect tonight. You know, Iowa hadn't necessarily played top-level competition yet. Drake has played great, you know, a highly respected program in a tight ball game, and just when you have these in-state rivals, you're always glad you're at home. And now I recognize there's still 3 quarters to play, but great start from Iowa.
And that's one thing that has been evident with the Hawkeyes so far in the regular season, getting off to good starts. Becker gets the ball, mid-range jumper, paint, no. Houston the rebound. Hawks are on the move with Addie Deal on the right wing. Backs it out, looks inside, bounce pass Hayden, turns to her left, shot, no good. Bounced a couple of times and then going after the rebound. Ava Hayden climbed the back of one of the Drake Bulldogs, and that'll be 2 on her with 40 seconds left to go in the first.
Both of Hayden's fouls so far in this game have come on the exact same thing, going for an offensive rebound. So it's like kind of a catch-22 for a coach. All you do is preach, go get offensive rebounds, go get offensive rebounds, and that's exactly what Ava's trying to do. She's just taking about 2 or 3 Drake players down with her when she does it.
So 2 on Hayden. Maggie Taylor starting pivot for Drake. Committed 2 fouls at the 8:42 mark of the first quarter, so she's on the bench and has been since that point. Drake working on the right side of the floor. Hawks not allowing anything inside. Knutson tries to make a move on the right side, has it taken away. Hawks in transition. Rodriguez all the way to the rim. Off the glass, layup good. (25-9). 5 seconds left to go. Knutson, top of the key, angles right, spins, paint, shot short. Really good defense by the Hawkeyes. Emily Rodriguez.
great defense by Emily Rodriguez, but I have to say, you know, you could see a little bit of the chagrin that Coach Jensen has when you get that score with 15 seconds left, with the opportunity, though, to have held the basketball and got the last shot of the quarter and not have to defend one more time at the other end. So luckily it worked out. Rodriguez gets the layup at one end, gets the stop on the other, but, you know, in an alternate universe, you're not always thrilled with not getting that last shot of the quarter.
It's one of those that thankfully went in.
Exactly. They went in on one end, and she got the stop on the other.
So the Hawkeyes, a 17-3 run in the last 6:26. The Hawkeyes in command of this one after one. Here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides homegrown, clean-burning unleaded 88 for our vehicles. Pump it up with unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org to learn more. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state of Iowa. Changing medicine and changing lives for all of the state and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. We are at Mediacom Court inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. After 10 minutes, Iowa 25, Drake 9. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Chef Jeff Grunder with a dinner tip you won't want to miss. The Machine Shed's Parmesan Crusted America's Cut. It's seriously amazing. We start with a juicy grilled pork loin and top it with a Parmesan crust made from real butter, roasted garlic, grated Parmesan, parsley, cracked peppercorns, and toasted breadcrumbs. We bake it to a golden brown and drizzle it with white wine sauce. It's a game changer. Trust me. Head to the Shed tonight.
I-80 in Hickman Road, Urbandale, and I-80 in Northwest Boulevard, Davenport.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Chit-chat right, open for three, right wing. And boy, we talk about her assist as she can knock down the three ball as well. You talk about three-pointers. Chit-chat hit one earlier. Taylor Stremlow right off the bench knocked one down from the right side. Drake quickly down court. Layup wild by Weiss. Went to the left hand. 28-9 Iowa. Quickly in the front court. Right. Free throw line extended right. Swings the ball left side. Stremlow. Now Stalky outside the paint about 10 feet away. Now back to Stremlow. Count it! A three from the left wing this time.
Oh, I love it. What a confidence builder. They run a set play for Stremlow coming out of the quarter break. She comes back down, doesn't hit the rim either time. Nothing but net.
Nothing like that sound, right?
Yeah,
ripping the chords.
String music, as they say.
And then the Bulldogs trying to get the ball underneath and throw it away along the baseline. Addie Deal back. And Pat Angerer tuned in listening to the Hawkeye Radio Network tonight.
Well,
everybody knows Pat.
Hi, Pat. Probably knows a little something about the string music Robbie Brooks has when he's shooting the basketball.
I like the way you think. Inside Hayes, turnaround jumper just outside the semicircle. Everything going in for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, no lid on the rim tonight so far.
33-9, just underway, second quarter. Hawkeyes with some outstanding defensive intensity as well. Drake gets it inside, turnaround jumper by Alsma is good in the paint. That's her second basket, averaging 22.5. And the Hawkeyes turn it over. Addie Deal lost control of it along the sideline. Drake basketball with 8:38 left to go in the second.
You know, Drake lost a lot to graduation, and that's not to say they're not going to have a really good year this year just based on this first part of this game, but they lost, you know, the conference player of the year at point guard, not to mention two other.
Who could have played about anywhere, I thought.
Yeah, Katie Dennebeer outstanding at Drake. And
Halsma with a three-pointer right wing. Drops it in. She quickly has 7. Don't want her to get hot if you're the Hawkeyes. Deal in the right corner. Inside Hayes. One dribble goes up with a power move. Contact and a foul on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, so you can't say enough about Dennebeer. Then you also had the defensive player of the year in the conference, who was also second team all-conference, and Anna Miller. And then Grace Berg, who transferred to Drake after spending some time at Missouri, was first team all-conference and extremely hard to guard. So, you know, they're still finding their footing. It's really early in this young season, but, you know, sometimes that you do have to mention what these teams are adjusting to and what they lost.
Hayes misses the first. Maggie Taylor briefly came into the game. Remember, she had 2 fouls within the first 2 minutes. Second free throw too strong, no good. Rebound taken down by Alsma of Drake. So now she's got 3. Drops it off, corner jumper, Knutson, and she gets the friendly bounce for her first basket.
And they can score quickly when that three goes up on the board really quickly.
33-17. Hayes gets the ball, up and under move in the paint, no. Long rebound taken down by Stremlo. Now here's Feuerbach outside the three-point arc on the right, and a whistle. That'll be Stalky with a offensive foul away from the basketball.
Ref signaling that Hannah just used her off arm to kind of bat the defense away. And I mean, she did, but that's because the defense is approaching her with a lot of contact on her back. So I don't think you're going to be too upset when you got your post player being physical and displaying physicality in order to gain position.
Drake in the front court. They've made their last 3 hoops. Gray tries to get the ball into the corner from the top of the key and throws it away. Miscommunication by the Bulldogs. And the turnovers have been an issue for Drake so far.
Yeah, they really have. And like you said earlier, we'll credit Iowa's defense to an extent on that. But 8 turnovers is uncharacteristic of Drake.
33-17. Hawks with the lead in the basketball. 7:30 left to go in the second. Feuerbach way away from the 3 on the left wing. McCabe bounce pass to Stalky near the elbow and has it knocked away by Ava Hayden. Retrieved by Stalky with 7 to shoot. Here's Wright on the right side of the court. Drives toward the baseline. Back out to McCabe. One-handed pass to Hayes. Turnaround jumper is no good. Just got it off before the shot clock expired. Drake with the basketball in the front court. Gray whips it to Alsma. Long 3, left side, no. Rebound in the paint to McCabe. Brings it quickly into the front court. Still 33-17 Iowa. Feuerbach, right wing to Stalky. Right side outside the paint. Lob pass to Wright. Now left side Feuerbach. Back to Wright in the short corner. 3, no good off the left side of the iron. Weak side board taken down by Knutson. Knutson has the basketball, drives all the way in, left block shot good. Nice move as she got through a couple of white jerseys and laid it up and in.
Yeah, Iowa's offense just really got stagnant those last couple of possessions. I think a little bit of confusion on which defense Drake was in, and that's partially because Drake switches mid-possession. When the shot clock hits a certain point, if they feel comfortable, they'll switch out of their zone and go to a player-to-player defense. So I think Iowa just a little bit slowed by that there in these last couple of possessions. Nothing to be too worried about yet.
And Drake on a 10-0 run. A couple minutes ago, we heard that highlight, chit-chat right three-pointer, and that is the Remax move of the game. And with Remax, it's more than numbers on a contract. It's about trust, honest advice, and expert guidance. Because while numbers count, trust matters most. Remax, the official real estate partner of Hawkeye Athletics. So good timeout taken by Iowa as the scoring drought reached 2:33. Timeout on the court, 6:29 left to go until halftime. Iowa 33, Drake 19. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Welcome back to courtside, Carver Hawkeye Arena. Rob Brooks, Catherine Reynolds, Iowa 33, Drake 19, 6:29 left to go. In the second quarter, Drake on a 10-0 run. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield. Hawkeyes will try to break that 10-0 run. Here's McCabe, free throw line extended right side. Knutson comes out on her. Now Journey Houston into the game, whips the ball left side to right, holds it above her head. Now keeps that right-handed dribble going. Houston right to the top of the key. Sends it to McCabe, inside Stalky, one dribble, turnaround jumper, no, just outside the paint. Rebound taken down by Quinn Weiss, the 6'4" freshman. Drake quickly in the front court. They like to run, and then if they can get a quick three, and they have made 3 of them in this quarter, they'll try to do it. Right now, just working the ball around the outer arc, looking for somebody free underneath, but the Hawkeyes have done a good job in the paint. Now, McCabe tries to make a move, sends it inside to Weiss, missed a layup. Had a really good look and a nice pass by Peyton McCabe. The other McCabe gets it inside to Stalky, and she takes it up strong with the right hand and the finish.
And you hear Coach Jensen go to her team and say every time she wants them to continue to feed the post. There's such an advantage there, and Stalky can score.
Taylor McCabe the assist. Stalky has 7, 35-19. Hawks with the lead, Drake with the basketball. Off a cut, Alsma gets in the paint, goes up on the left block and scores.
Yeah, that cutting offense, that 5-out motion, people just come free because they cut so hard throughout the entire possession. Alsma's done it twice already in this game.
Halfway through the second quarter, 35-21. Iowa with the lead in the basketball. Houston tries to make a move and does. Took it from the left wing into the paint. Little runner, floater with the right hand.
Really good minutes from Journey Houston here to start this game. She's gotten steals, she's gotten rebounds, now she's scoring, a little bit of everything.
Well, she was a 4-star recruit out of Davenport North High School. Just did her freshman campaign.
In for the Hawkeyes, number 21, Emily Rodriguez.
Ball goes out of bounds along the sideline. Emily Rodriguez back into the game. McCabe will throw it in. Peyton McCabe, sister of Taylor, in for Drake. Knutson, top of the key, tried to get a pass inside to Brooklyn Daly, 6'4" junior out of Southeast Polk. Couldn't handle it, but guess who does handle it? That's Emily Rodriguez. Missed the layup. Iowa gets it back. 3-ball. Taylor McCabe, no good from the top of the key. Rebound Drake, a little bit out of control, and then it's lost by Peyton McCabe. Iowa digs it up. Here's Taylor McCabe, gets into the paint, jump stop, and she's tied up. It'll be Drake basketball, the alternate possession. Anna Becker, 5'10" freshman, back for the Bulldogs. And the point guard, Ava Hawthorne, back for Drake as well. 37-21 Iowa, 4:10 left to go until half. Hawthorne across the timeline. Gets the ball to the right side. Grace Knutson. Now Gray in between the circles. Back to Knutson on the right wing. Rodriguez on her with a hand up. Has to do it again, and there's an air ball from Knutson from the right side of the floor. Attempted a 3, and it went out of bounds over to the Hawkeyes. Both teams have scored 12 points in the quarter. Iowa outscored Drake in the first 10 minutes, 25-9. 37-21, Hawks with the lead in the basketball. Houston, top of the key area. Gets it to Rodriguez. Tries to make a move down the right side. Spins at the elbow, gets into the paint. Shot good. Boy, if you need a hoop, it's a good place to go.
Yeah, what a move, too. Little spin move and then great patience with a little shot fake because she saw the defense flying at her. She takes her time and lays it in from about 12 feet.
39-21, 3:21 left to go. And a whistle away from the ball as Alsma had it. Free throw line extended left.
Now it's on the Hawkeyes, number 8, Journey
Houston, her first.
An extremely experienced officiating crew on this game. Group that the Hawkeyes have been seeing for a lot of years.
And we'll see a lot this year.
No doubt.
Here's Alsma coming off a screen, left wing. Now right side. It's Becker. Finds Alsma inside. Turnaround floater is good. Nice quick move. Got in the air nicely.
Yeah, Alsma's a good player. She's playing really well for Drake. She started out her college career at Illinois State, came over to Drake, was there last year, and they just, I think, learned a lot under some of those other players, and it's really shining now.
Well, she was the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week last week. Averaged 22.5 points and shot 50% from 3. We have 3 left to go in the quarter. Lob pass inside, Stalky, double team. Shot no. Missed it with the right hand. All dug up by the Drake Bulldogs. Iowa 39, Drake 23. Here's a quick trigger 3. Hawthorne left to the top of the key, no. Long board into the hands of McCabe. Brings it to the front court. Gets it to Wright. 3-ball right side, no. Houston there for the rebound. Lost control of it and then hands it off to Emily Rodriguez. Layup off the window, good.
Again, Journey's going to have quite the stat line. She's getting the rebound. She's being an unselfish teammate, getting her buddy the ball, and they lay it in.
And then nobody stops Grace Knutson all the way to the iron. Left-handed layup is good. She has 7. 41-25, Iowa with the lead in the basketballs. We approach 2 left to go until halftime. McCabe swings it to Journey Houston. Bounce pass softly to Stalky. One dribble. Good defense by Gray. Kicks it back out to Wright. And a whistle. We'll see if they'll get it against Gray. If they do, that's her second, as she was trying to defend Hannah Stalky from the backside.
Stalky is so strong on the block, and you know, when they're posting up, sometimes you can't really tell that strength. I mean, I think, you know, anyone listening to this has seen Hannah Stalky in action when she's going to the rim, but when she's got her back to it, she's just as strong, pushing back against that defender. So there's lots and lots of contact going on down there at all times.
Yeah, ball possession for the Hawkeyes. Wright gets it into Feuerbach, left wing. Now Stalky, 16 feet away. Gives it off to Stremlo. 3-ball, no good. Right at the top of the key. Ball batted out of bounds. Touched last by Stalky. Remember, Stremlo's knocked down a couple of threes. 41-25, 1:51 left to go, second quarter. Drake down with the basketball. Hawthorne swings the ball to Alsma on the left side. Out behind the arc, 2 dribbles. And gives it off to Anna Becker. Tries to make a move against Houston, can't. And now it's almost taken away by Houston from Becker, but retrieved by Drake. Tried to get it inside again to Anna Becker. Swatted away by Houston. Ball goes out of bounds. Boy, with 2.4 left to go. What a defensive sequence there.
Absolutely, and you can hear this crowd giving Journey her flowers. That was great effort throughout the entire possession. Now we got 2 seconds on the shot clock for Drake. She almost ended it with the steal, but hopefully they can get that stop here.
Hawthorne will throw it in along the baseline. Box set for the Bulldogs. Got to really pack that middle. As Drake will look inside, nothing there. Get it into the corner. Jumper Becker off the side of the glass. Shot clock violation.
Yeah, Becker just rushed herself. She had another 1.5 seconds to do something there, but instead shot it off the side of the glass. And you've seen a little bit of banter between the freshmen, Quinn Weiss and Hannah Stolke. They've known each other a long time, part of that All-Iowa Attack program. Quinn has an older sister, Hallie, who's also playing at the Division I level. So, like you say, those types of things make games like this a lot of fun.
Daly and Peyton McCabe back in for Drake. Iowa basketball on top, 41-25. Feuerbach gets it back from Stalky and goes hard to the window. Contact and a foul on the Bulldogs. Lexi Carlson, 5'8" sophomore, her first.
Well, Kylie's played Drake a lot of times over her college career. You know, started off at Iowa State, played him there, been here now at Iowa for five years, is that right?
Yeah, this is her 6th year of college hoops.
Yeah, pretty awesome. So, you know, actually Kylie was telling me the toughest matchup she had all of last season was Katie Dinnebeer, which is saying something when you think about the, you know, the opponents, especially the guards, that Kylie, who gets the toughest assignment game in, game out. That's quite a compliment that she had for Dinnebeer.
Knocks down both free throws. First points of the evening for Feuerbach. 43-25. Hawkeyes, 1 minute left to go. And Drake gets the ball inside. Short jumper is up and no good. That was Quinn Weiss, the 6'4" freshman. Hawks quickly down floor. Stremlo slips it to right. Free throw line extended left, and then has it taken away. Wright tries to get it back. Feuerbach does. Bounce pass inside, a couple of them, as Stocke finds Stremlo, left side and the right side. Nice job by Stremlo without the basketball.
So much communication from Stremlo too, and that's the key piece to that. You could hear even on the broadcast yelling, Hannah, Hannah, I'm open, and it's a little thing, but it goes a long way, and you can see it there. Stremlo's rewarded because she's vocal on the court.
About 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. We're at 9. Drake trying to make something happen. Hand the ball off to McCabe. Gets it to the right side as she tried to dribble drive and got caught up near the baseline and turned it over. Taylor McCabe comes back with 3.9 left to go. Hawks will have to take it the distance.
Yeah, 3.9, you know, they've got set plays that are every different amount of time on the clock, so we'll see what they do here.
Right, across the timeline. Pulls up and off the glass and the front of the rim near half court. I know somebody's knocked a few of those down.
You mean you?
Well, not me.
No, in that case, that was a simple set play. Let Chit Chat take it and try to get a good look, and she did. I actually think she thought that was going down.
That was always in 22's range, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, I look at that 22, that's sticker that's on the court from when Caitlin broke the all-time scoring record, and it never ceases to amaze me how deep that shot was from and how easy she made it look. I mean, she dribbled right into it, shot it. Granted, she had more adrenaline than any individual. It's probably a healthy amount to have going into that game that night, but my goodness, she made it look normal, didn't she?
Well, Drake did not score for the final 2:21. Hawkeyes 45, Drake 25. We have reached halftime. At the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Mid-American Energy delivers an all-star performance with a balanced energy mix of wind, solar, and other sources, keeping your power reliable every time you need it. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. Stay close to your radio or other listening device for the Hawkeye halftime show. Iowa 45, Drake 25. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringBeyond to learn more.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Hawkeye Halftime Show. Here's Rob Brooks and former Hawkeye Catherine Reynolds.
It is time for the Hy-Vee Halftime Stats Report, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Well, Iowa leading in every statistical category going into the half, which is always nice, leading the Drake Bulldogs 45-25, doing that on 50% shooting from the field, 18 of 36, 33% shooting from three, 5 for 15, but just 50% from the free throw line, 4 for 8. Leading scorers for the Hawks at the half are Emily Rodriguez and Taylor Strumlow with 8 points apiece, and both doing that in pretty low number of minutes. Taylor Strumlow with 8 points in 4 minutes, Emily with 8 points in 8 minutes. A couple other quick shout outs to Hannah Stolke with 5 rebounds and 7 points, 3 of those offensive rebounds. She has 3 assists and 2 steals, so quite a balanced line from her. And then Chit Chat Wright doing good things with sharing the basketball, 2 assists, has 6 points and 3 steals to go along with that. For Drake, shooting at 38% from the field on 11 of 29 shooting, 25% from 3 on 3 of 12 shooting, and the Bulldogs have not taken a free throw yet, 0 for 0 from the free throw line. Abby Alsma is the leading scorer for the Bulldogs at the half with 11 points on 5 of 9 shooting, and right behind her, Grace Knutson with 10 points on 4 of 7 shooting. Hawks are leading the rebound war 21-18 and 7-4 on the offensive glass, and have done a really nice job turning over the Drake Bulldogs. Drake with 13 turnovers at the half. Iowa scoring 17 points off of those Drake turnovers.
Good stuff. The Hawkeyes got off to a terrific start and lead at 45-25. Don't forget that Iowa soccer, of course, a big weekend of sports coming up, but need your support tomorrow when they host South Dakota State in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Kickoff is set for 5 o'clock. You can get tickets and find out more information at HawkeyeSports.com. Hawkeye soccer in the NCAA tournament tomorrow against South Dakota State. Back with more on the Hawkeye Halftime Show after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks. Hey, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Need gas? We've got fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus perks like free ATMs, no hidden fees, and free air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track. Stop in to Quickstar today.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back to the Hawkeye Halftime Show, courtside Carver Hawkeye Arena, where Iowa leads the Drake Bulldogs 45-25, the first in-state game of the year. And Hawk fans, don't forget that you can enjoy your home away from home at Coralville's all-suite Homewood Suites in the Iowa River Landing and the Home 2 Suites, both Hilton hotels. Relax in spacious suites with kitchens, enjoy free breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, and more. Perfectly located for your next Hawkeye visit. Let's check out the scoreboard. First off, other Big Ten games tonight, UCLA and North Carolina. That's a good one. That's number 3 UCLA against the number 11 Tar Heels, tied at 12 early on. Maryland, number 9 in the country. No problem with Towson. Win that one 88-70. And Rutgers this morning played Rhode Island and had a tough time, but ended up winning that game 68-63. Ohio State 90, Bellarmine 33. Those are the Big Ten scores. Let's check out some top 25 action as number 12 Tennessee has defeated Belmont 68-58. And that's the only other non-Big Ten top 25 contest tonight. 45-25, the Hawkeyes lead it as balanced scoring for Iowa. Nobody in double figures as of yet. Rodriguez and Stremlo both with 8. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Hawkeyes on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Hawkeye Pride, powered locally.
Hey Hawkeyes, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Iowa t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Iowa in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. we embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Hawkeyes back out on the court. We await the Drake Bulldogs as Iowa leads at 45-25. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, no matter where you are in the state. Changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. Hawkeyes, 26 points in the paint, 21 points off the bench. Biggest lead was 24 points with 9:02 left to go in the second after that spectacular first quarter in which Iowa led after 10, 25-9. Iowa's led for 18 minutes and 48 seconds. The Bulldogs for just 47. 9 players have scored for Iowa as Drake turnovers have been a bit of a problem in the first 2 quarters, 13 of them to Iowa's 6, and Drake turned it over 3 times in the last 2:21 and didn't score in that amount of time as well. Third quarter action coming up next from Carver Hawkeye. Iowa 45, Drake 25. This has been the Hawkeye Halftime Show. Third quarter action next. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides the direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
This is Jordan Sekefetz here for my dad Brian and his crew at Dodge Street Tire. For over 30 good years, they have taken care of their customers and treated them like neighbors. This season, if your car or truck is struggling to compete, take a shot with Dodge Street Tire. You won't have to jump through hoops to ensure quality and honest service for Hawkeye fans everywhere. Whether it's new tires or engine trouble, Dodge Street Tire will score a win for you and your family. At the corner of Dodge and Church Street.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
It'll be Hawkeye basketball to start the third quarter on top 45-25. Isaac McGee has checked in. He's tuned in from East Grand Rapids, Michigan, after watching his old Grand Rapids Christian volleyball team win the regional championship. You know, plenty of high school action going on. Of course, semifinal night of the Iowa High School football playoffs. It's a busy time of year.
Is that tonight?
Yeah, right now.
Liberty Bolts in that, aren't they?
They are, but I don't think they play tonight. Maybe tomorrow.
That was a confusing set of information you just gave me there.
Well, there's a lot of classes.
Yeah, I see.
They all don't play on the same day.
I gotcha, okay. Well, that's exciting. Former athletic trainer for the Hawks, Jenny Serter, her son Jaron is on that Liberty Bolts football team.
Yes, I've seen him play baseball as well.
I babysat him when he was 3 years old, and I can't believe he is now this offensive lineman.
Outstanding baseball pitcher as well. Hawkeyes go high-low. Stalky at the free throw line. Drops it into Ava Hayden. Let's get her started off here in the third quarter after sitting several minutes of the second, because she picked up her second foul. Drake goes into the paint. Strong move by Gray, but no good. So Taden Gray gets a start, and just like that, Chit-Chat Wright knocks down a three from the left wing.
Oh, so nice. Iowa, the way they run their break, they can be outletted to anybody. That allows Chit-Chat to get up the court and spot up. She's got the hot hand tonight.
And 3 threes for her. Inside, Knutson missed the layup, but Wright picks up her first foul. So Drake, first 2 possessions, third quarter, they've gone to the paint.
Yeah, I think they know Ava Hayden's got those 2 fouls, trying to draw the third and get her out of there. I think they liked the way their offense was flowing when they didn't have 6'3" waiting for them in the paint. But they're just aggressive. They always are, and they'll have a great year in the Missouri Valley. I'll tell you, Drake's a team that no opponent wants to see be in their part of the bracket when the NCAA tournament comes around. And a lot of it is to do with this offense that they run. It's extremely difficult to guard because they don't even have to, they don't know what they're going to do. They're just playing off of each other.
And they do it well. Knutson 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. 50-26, 1 minute into the third quarter. McCabe for 3. Count it from the right wing.
Whew. When I was shooting the ball well and it rains, it pours, huh?
Makes things look good, sound good. McCabe's second 3. Iowa shot it well from deep against Evansville. 14 of 26. Bounce pass in the paint is taken away by Wright. She scoops a pass to McCabe, flips it to Feuerbach. 3, count it from the short corner.
No, and I looked down, you knew that timeout was coming from Allison Pullman, but dang, when I was making threes like that, it is really hard to guard, and how deflating for an opposing defense. You have Chit-Chat, you got Kylie, you got everybody raining threes right now, and that's when Iowa's really dangerous.
11-1 run to start the third quarter, 56-26. And just think of how the scoring has been dispersed, Catherine. Already at the 8:28 mark of the third, 4 different players have scored for the Hawks.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to be, as multi-dimensional. You're not predictable when anybody is capable of putting the basketball in the hoop. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Balanced scoring is a coach's dream, and so far in this young season, Iowa has certainly shown that.
And the unselfishness that this team continues to show.
Yeah, that last possession, there were 2 passes made from people who had open looks themselves, and that's something that they preach in practice, is giving up a good shot for a great shot. And that's what you're seeing in action here, is trading good for great.
University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this year, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uioenergycollaborative.com. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, and voted best of the area for a dozen straight years. Proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. 8:28 left to go in the third. Iowa 56, Drake 26. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
After a blocked shot by the Hawkeyes, as Becker went up in the paint, Iowa got that fast break going, and that resulted in a Hannah Stolke layup. So now all 5 starters have scored a basket to start the third, and then Kylie Feuerbach knocked it out of bounds along the side. So Drake, second possession after the timeout. 58-26. Hawks on top, in command. Drake working it around the arc. Cannot find anything inside. Halsma finally goes to the basket, up with the left hand, has it swatted away and out of bounds along the baseline.
And then she kind of smirks afterwards. Ava loves blocking shots, and when she does so without fouling, it's a thing of beauty.
Emily Rodriguez, 8 points. Her first action in the third quarter. Drake gets the ball in. McCabe got that shot to go. Just as the shot clock was about to expire, mid-range jumper, and then Rodriguez has the ball taken away by Lexi Carlson. That for Peyton McCabe, her first basket, and then a whistle underneath as Daly went to the ground, and a push going to be called on the Hawkeyes. And is that Ava Hayden? That's her third. First time this year she's kind of been in somewhat foul trouble. And that'll send Brooklyn Daly, 6-foot junior from Southeast Polk, to the line. First one no good. Second one right through. That's her first point. 58-29. Hawks with the lead in the basketball. Here's Rodriguez, left to the top of the key, looks inside, cross-court pass to right, short corner, takes one dribble, moves to her left, 3 no off the left side of the iron. Rebound taken down by Daly. Gets the ball up to Peyton McCabe. And now a pass inside to Daly, wide open in the paint, and her short jumper is up and good.
Nobody ever found Daly in that fast break. Her matchup was nowhere to be found, so she was wide open for that layup on the right side. Just a miscue.
Taylor McCabe on the right wing, gives it to Stolke outside the paint, gets it inside, reverse layup right, couldn't get it to climb the left side of the iron. Drake gets the rebound, quickly down court, looks inside, now top of the key. Taylor gives it up. Now back to Daly in between the circles. Here's Taylor. Drake just whips it around. Not much action offensively with 8 to shoot. Now they get it to the elbow. That's Daly, and her jumper's no good from 15. Hayden the rebound. Slips a pass off to Taylor McCabe. Free throw line extended right. She brings the basketball. Now Rodriguez in between the circles. Pushes it to right. Left wing, look inside to Hayden, now high post area. Stolke, 17 feet away from the basket, drops a pass inside. Hayden twists, layup good, and she's fouled.
That was textbook high-low action and textbook post footwork by Ava Hayden. She got the defense on her back, quick spin move to the middle, and Stolke was ready for her with the bounce pass to lead her to the right block, and that was textbook high-low action.
And Taylor commits her fourth. Just has not been able to get into the game because of foul trouble. The 6'2 sophomore starter for Drake. Hayden's free throw, rimming no, comes off the right side. Rebound to Brooklyn Daly. 60-31. Hawks all over the Bulldogs in this one. Drake has now won in this building since 2001. Hawkeyes turn up the pressure defensively, and Drake just moving the ball around the outer arc. 8 to shoot, working that clock down. Here's McCabe, tries to whip a pass inside, and it's batted away. Brooklyn Daly tried to make a cut toward the basket. 2.8 left to go on the shot clock. Drake will have it underneath. Get it out to Carlson, 3-ball left wing, no. Rebound to Hannah Stolke. Gets it to Rodriguez. She charges her way toward the rim. Spin move off the window is good.
Now, more often than not, when Emily's involved, there's going to be some offensive production involved, and she just has a knack.
Those eyes were on the rim. No doubt about that.
Always are.
And why not? She's in double figures with 10, 62-31. 4:47 left to go in the third. Here's Alsma. Makes a move from the right wing into the lane. Kind of a shot put up there with the left hand and got it to go.
Yeah, kind of a crafty finish with her left hand in the middle of the paint. She looked like she was just sick of passing the basketball around. So I did, okay, I'm going to try this out.
Well, she had 23 against Creighton, has 13 in this game. And Ava Hayden goes to work again, and she has 12. Drake once again working the ball around the arc. Here's a Daly 3 right at the top of the key, no. And a whistle on the rebound. That'll be Hayden's 4th.
Yeah, well, again, just an aggressive play going for the ball, and actually took to the ground Lexi Carlson, daughter of Drake assistant coach, who was former head coach at Northern Illinois. So kind of lots of Missouri Valley connections here. Or wait, stay in the MAC. Northern Illinois.
Yep.
Northern Illinois MAC. Either way, came along with her mom, so a little package deal here for the Bulldogs.
And we've got timeout on the court with 4:09 remaining. Third quarter action from Carver Hawkeye. Iowa 64, Drake 33. Ava Hayden with 12, Emily Rodriguez with 10. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullum. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
The year-end clearance sale is going on now at your local Honda dealer. Honda cars, SUVs, and trucks are on clearance during Happy Honda Days. Get 2025 Accords, Pilots, and Ridgelines on clearance with big savings on the full Honda line. Gas, hybrids, and EVs. All new Hondas are in stock. Honda, KBB.com's best value and performance brand. This is the time to get a new Honda with clearance savings. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
4:09 left to go in the third, 64-33 Iowa. They have outpaced Drake in the third quarter, 19-8. Compassionate help anytime, anywhere. Call or text 988. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn grows feed for our livestock, food for our families, and clean burning fuel with Unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org to pump it up with Unleaded 88. Drake basketball out of the timeout along the baseline. Get it into Becker. Now Daly. Back to Becker. Free throw line extended right. Rodriguez on her. Brings it to the elbow. And now left side jumper, Knutson, no good. Left to the top of the key, battle for the rebound, and it's touched last by the Bulldogs. Hawkeye basketball.
Good to see Addie Deal back in the game to get some minutes here at the point guard position, especially against a defense like this. She learns a lot through action and against changing defenses that Drake has.
Build that depth. Deal in the corner on the right side. Looks inside, now brings it out near the top of the key. Slips it to Rodriguez. Inside Stolke. One bounce goes up. Lost control with the left hand, no good. Rebound taken down by Gray. Hannah with 9 and a whistle in the front court. Feuerbach going after a steal. Bats the ball out of bounds. Journey Houston back for Hannah Stolke.
Volleyball spiked it into the first row.
You know, Kylie could have ran track in college as well.
Kylie could have done a lot of things, you know, in basketball,
Very good
happiness, you know,
athlete.
soccer, track, whatever. She's just a heck of an athlete.
There's a block after Peyton McCabe drove down the left side. Addie Deal timed that one perfectly.
Yeah, that had to feel pretty good. Spending a lot of time, you know, enters the game in the first place she has as a block like that. Had to feel pretty good.
Well, the Hawks have 10 steals as well in this game. And a whistle. And Grace Knutson called for traveling. Or actually, they're going to call a foul away from the ball on Daly. Looked like Knutson took an extra step getting over that screen, but they'll get Daly with her first.
Yeah, Knutson, a big piece of the Drake puzzle this year, averaging 17 points a game so far this season after only 2 last year.
Daly. Addie Deal knocks down a three-pointer from the right wing. A high arcing shot. Addie Deal with her first 2. And now 10 players have scored for the Hawkeyes. Three-pointer by Knutson, no good. Daly goes after the basketball along the baseline. And it will stay with the Drake Bulldogs. McCabe looks to throw it in, looks inside, pump fakes, now gets it back up top to Daly. Whips a pass inside to Knutson, goes up strong, and a foul in the act of shooting. Rodriguez picks up her first. Fornshell back for Drake. 6'1" junior from Plymouth, Minnesota. Free throws for Knutson, knocks down the first. She has 9. As you mentioned, Catherine averages 17 here in the early going. This is Drake's 3rd game, but had 20 against Creighton. Good three-point shooter. Terrific career at Cedar Falls High School. 2nd free throw also good.
You know, Drake's consistently, you know, at the top of their conference, and I don't doubt that they will be again this year. These players play with so much confidence. You know, like green light shooters. And Allison Pullman has a lot of fun ahead of her.
Hayes receives a pass inside, little step back, short jumper is good. Hayes with 5. Yeah, Drake has won 9 conference tournament titles, 10 regular season league titles, and 15 NCAA tournament appearances.
You know, a few years back, the bracket comes up, you know, it's selection show, everyone's excited, and then Drake draws to come to Iowa City. On the other side of the bracket, they had to play Missouri. And
they took him to the wire.
They did. They took him to the wire. And like I say, it's really true. Drake and Creighton, you know, South Dakota State, a couple of those, you know, mid-major programs that are extremely successful in their conferences. You don't want to draw them come March. They're clicking on all cylinders and are extremely well-coached, disciplined teams.
After the Hayes foul, Maggie Taylor makes 1 out of 2, missed the first, made the second. 69-36, 2:16 left to go, 3rd quarter. Deal across the timeline, pushes it to the right side. Feuerbach looks inside, gets it inside, turnaround shot, no good. Hayes gets her own rebound, goes up, has her shot blocked by Gray, but a foul. Her 3rd.
Layla Hayes really liking turning over her right shoulder right now, and the stat database, that analytics that all these coaches look at when they're doing their scouting reports, called Synergy, and Layla will have in her scouting report that she wants to turn over that right shoulder, so defenses are going to start shading her that way. Certainly Iowa's coaching staff is already aware of that, but that'll be something that'll be an evolution in her game, is her ability to score going over either shoulder as a post player. In fact, it's something Ava Hayden has clearly improved in since her freshman year. Last year, she was always wanting to go to the middle, and now she can go really either way and finish pretty much equally with either hand.
First one, good by Hayes. Second, off the back of the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound, and dug up in the paint by Houston. Brings it to the left side. Bounce pass to Stremlo along the baseline. Now inside to Hayes. Up and under move. Goes to the left hand and finishes.
I love it. And you can tell Coach Jensen loves it too, giving it a little fist pump. This is a classic Iowa post in the making.
72-36. 1:40 left to go in the third. Hawks playing defense. McCabe gets it to the right side. Thornshell. Now back to Alsma, top of the key. Brings it right side. Hesitation, dribble, now goes to the left, gets into the paint and tries to slip a pass inside. And goes out of bounds. Touched last by the Hawkeyes. Callie Levine in for Iowa. McCabe gets it in, gets it back, drives all the way to the rim. Right-handed layup good.
And not really sure what happened there. I think Addie Deal just got a little stuck in the mud. Her feet stopped working for her there, and Peyton McCabe had a clear lane to the basket.
Deal, bounce pass inside. Hayes goes up strong, knocked away by Weiss, dug up by Drake. Ahead to McCabe. Now inside, layup no good. Weiss at 6'4", missed it. 72-38, we're under a minute left to go in the third. Hawkeyes with the lead in the ball. Here's Deal. Free throw line extended right. Levine, top of the key, makes a move down the left side. Turnaround jumper, paint, no. Rebound, battle. Houston almost came up with it. Lexi Carlson does. Drake, fast break opportunities. Thwarted by Stremlo. Another steal for the Hawkeyes. Brings it into the front court. Deal, outside the arc on the right. Looks inside, wants to go inside, does. And Hayes tries to back her way in and had a defender on her back, and that's Quinn Weiss with the foul. Hawthorne back, as well as Brooklyn Daly for Drake. 21.6 left to go in the third. Hawks will have it. Deal along the baseline, looks to get it in, does to Houston, whips a pass to Stremlo, three ball, no good off the left side of the iron. Hayes, the rebound along the baseline, holds it high, puts it on the floor, backs her way and drops it off to a slashing Taylor Stremlo, left-handed layup good.
That's a good teammate. Stremlo helping out her post player who didn't really know where to go with it in the middle of the paint.
Stremlo with 10, turnaround jumper, Weiss partially blocked on the right block. And a whistle underneath.
You can bet that'll be another one that Iowa watches in film, another end of quarter where they allow an extra possession to Drake. And, in closer games, which there will be plenty of later in this season, every single possession matters. So that clock management end of quarter will be a learning point tonight.
Only .2 left, and Drake couldn't do much with it after a held ball underneath. And that wraps up the third quarter with Iowa leading 74-38. Don't forget to stop by and see what everyone's talking about at the Watermill Kitchen and Bar. Voted the 2025 Best New Restaurant by the Corridor Business Journal. This modern Midwestern restaurant, located in the heart of the Iowa River Landing, features chef-inspired takes on all of your favorite dishes, amazing daily specials, unique cocktails, and monthly events. Also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullough. 74-38 Hawkeyes. We head to the fourth. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quickstar keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a delicious bakery treat, or our take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. And while you're fueling up with Quickstar's fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. We're all about saving you time, money, and making your life easy. Quickstar's here for you whenever you need us.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Third game of the season for the Hawkeyes. They defeated Southern by 34. Evansville in that record setter by 76 and lead the Bulldogs by 36. It'll get harder, but it's been pretty easy so far.
It has, but not, in most years, this is not a 30-point spread against the Drake Bulldogs. And,
86-73 last year.
Yeah, exactly. And, when you go over to Drake, I think that, that ups the ante a little bit. And those games have always historically been a little tighter. But, yeah, if you're Iowa, you're really happy about the way they're filling it up so far this season.
Stolke at the elbow. Back to right. Jumper, got it. Three-pointer left to the top of the key.
Love it. 4-3 of the night for Chit Chat. Just feeling it.
Hey, heck with those assists. Let's just shoot threes.
Yeah. When you got the hot hand, you got to go with it. And she's fun to watch. She's kind of understated. Doesn't really want to be the center of attention, but extremely effective.
No, it's coming though. That center of attention. Three-pointer knocked down by Alsma. Free throw line extended left and racing down the floor. Ava Hayden, nice catch and layup.
Oh man, I could watch that all day long. The way Ava Hayden runs the floor.
Well, we have.
Good point, Rob. Just a little reminder, it's been happening for 3 straight quarters.
And 3 straight games.
Yeah.
Not quite as much tonight. Ava with a little bit of foul trouble. 79-41. She's got 14. Approach the 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter, and Knutson kind of a wild dribble down the right side toward the baseline, and pretty much just dribbled it right out of bounds, lost control of it.
Yeah, sure did. And Ava Hayden has some things that she's this hybrid mix of several of the last few generations of Iowa Post players. She's got a little Monica, she's got a little Gustafson, she's got some Doolittle if we're going to go back that far.
Right.
For those that are listening that might recall her, it's a fun hybrid.
Taylor McCabe, left side, right. Makes a move toward the baseline, to the block, to the rim, got it.
And a quick turnover by Drake as they were inbounding the basketball, stepped over the line, which insult to injury at this point in the game. That's no fun. It's just a mistake.
And Allison Pullman, though, clean up those turnovers. It's a really good, fundamentally sound program. And how about Tegan Mulaney playing for the first time since she sprained her ankle against Ashland in the exhibition game. Basically 1 minute of playing time.
Yeah, no fun for Tegan, and really good to see her out there and feeling good. I don't think she's practiced a whole lot coming into tonight, so we'll see how it is dusting those cobwebs off.
Wright frees herself up on the left wing. Three-pointer no good off the left side. Stolke the board. Back out to Feuerbach for 3, short. Wright tips it to Mulaney. Third attempt upcoming for the Hawkeyes on top, 81-41. Lob pass inside Feuerbach in the corner. Mulaney, 3 in and out. Ball batted away by the Hawkeyes, Feuerbach, but Drake picks it up. Hawks 0 for 3 on that trip. But the nice thing is, Ed, 3 attempts at it. Here's Knutson, left wing, drives into the paint, stop, pop, no good. Rebound by Taylor. She has it knocked away by Stalkey and out of bounds.
A really good look for Tegan Mulaney. That was a good one to get her back in the flow. Open 3 look from the corner. I know she'd love to have seen it go down, but that's a good way to get her back indoctrinated into the game.
Deal and Rodriguez back for the Hawks on top 81-41. 7-3 to start the 4th. Here's Daly on the right side. And whistle and a foul. Addie Deal. Her first.
For the longest time, players couldn't have numbers above 5. No, they changed it. It's like all these refs figured out how to signal over.
Yeah, you think it's 24.
Yeah.
Or 25, and it's 7.
Yeah, exactly. We got an 8. Journey Houston wearing 8. Just a change. Similar to the change that no longer do players have to tuck their shirts in.
Right. Rule change. And some have taken advantage of that. Stalkey takes advantage of a Deal pass and lays it up and in after a Drake empty possession.
Brooklyn Daly on the receiving end of the Hannah Stalkey show on that one, and no fun when you're trying to get that charge called, sacrificing your body.
Might as well get out of the way. 3-pointer right side, Alsma no good, though she's had a nice evening with 16. Brooklyn Daly, going after the rebound, picks up her second. Streblow in. Layla Hayes back. So it's Mulaney, Hayes, Rodriguez, Stremlow, and Deal. With the Hawks up 83-41. Here's Mulaney. Fakes a 3, drives baseline all the way to the rim. Layup good with the right hand on the left side. Looked good on that one.
Yeah, I guess that ankle's feeling okay. Nice aggressive take from Tegan Mulaney on the baseline.
Knutson tries to answer with a 3 and does from the right wing. She's got 13, had 7 at intermission. Stremlow, right side, cross-court pass, Rodriguez, 3, in and out. Hayes, board, put back, no, foul Daly. Hayes back to the line where she has 8. At the game or at home, it's Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages. They'll score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Free throw, no good off the back of the iron. Been a tough night at the line for the 6'5" freshman.
And for the team in general, you know, shooting well below where they want to be from the free throw line.
That one looked good. 1 out of 2 for Layla Hayes. Has 9. The Hawks 21-28 from the line against Evansville. This will be a good free throw shooting team. Is year after year. Whistle away from the ball. Underneath. Hayes third, team's third at the quarter. Houston for Rodriguez. 86-44. It's been all Hawkeyes tonight. Jumper right wing, Grace Knutson. That'll be a teaching point. That's 2 open looks for her.
Yeah, well, and she finds ways to get open looks for herself. You know, an aggressive looking to score type of player.
Deal couldn't knock down the layup as Journey Houston keeps it alive in the paint. And Hawks tried to get a timeout, but a held ball. Possession arrow favors the blue and white.
No, different rotation in for Iowa right now, not a single starter on the court, and so that's where, you know, it is a little tricky. You know, although they play together in practice a lot, it isn't exactly what you're used to under the lights, so it's a great opportunity here for this group.
Knutson against Mulaney, right side, where she's knocked down a couple of 3-pointers. Reverse the ball to Alsma. Now inside, it's Becker. Has to kick it back out. Here's McCabe for 3. That's Peyton McCabe, and knocks it down left to the top of the key. 7 for her. Hawks running well in transition. Deal finds a wide open, and I mean wide open, Journey Hayes. Laid it up and in.
Yeah, not really sure where Drake's D was on that one. They've done a great job getting back all night, but Journey Houston all by herself and takes advantage.
Hayes to Houston on that one. And a missed shot, and then a blocked shot as Daly went up. Hawks with another outstanding defensive play. Here's Deal. Spins in the paint as it's swiped away. Becker helped defense. Deal goes back after it. Good hustle. And she collided with Grace Knudsen.
In the lineup for the Bulldogs, number 30, Jason Gray. In for the Hawkeyes.
88-55-01 remaining. Levine back. And Jada Gypfy for the first time.
That foul was on the Hawkeyes, number 7. And
Deal picks up her second, a hustle foul. We're under 5, fourth quarter. Hawks will be 3-0, head to UNI on Sunday. Knudsen gets free underneath. Defense collapse, knocks it away. Deal with the basketball in the front court. Jump pass inside Hayes, nice catch, turn, got it to go in traffic, and she's fouled.
Oh, the freshman to freshman connection. They got Deal to Hayes, and Hayes taking advantage of her minutes yet again. She's a kind of a high volume scorer, you know, which makes things happen in a hurry.
At 20 against Evansville. She's in double figures this game as well. Gray picks up her 4th. Hawk fans throughout the season, join head coach Jan Jensen and me for Hawk Talk, presented by Oak Knoll, live from the Watermill Kitchen and Bar inside the Hyatt Regency in Coralville. Hawk Talk with Coach Jensen takes place weekly from 6 until 7. You can visit HawkeyeSports.com to take a look at the full schedule. 4:41 left to go. Iowa 90, Drake 50. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
2 big quarters for the Hawkeyes, the first and the third. Iowa, after 10 minutes, led 25-9, and then came out in the third quarter and really put it to the Bulldogs. Won that 10-minute frame, 29-13, and that's the thing you love to see, Catherine. The starts, then you've got a good size lead at the half, but then still put the pressure on in the third quarter to really take care of business.
Yeah, I mean, hot starts at the first quarter and the third quarter are so key for teams, and there's been a lot of years where Iowa teams frankly struggled in the first half, and kind of, you know, you build that whole we could play from behind and the comeback kids and all that stuff, but you really don't want to be that. You don't want to be playing out of a hole ever. And so, yeah, like you said, although the competition so far this season maybe hasn't been what they're going to see just, you know, in a week from now when they head down to Orlando for that tournament, it's still good for the Iowa to build the habit of a hot start, and then you never take your foot off the gas from there.
Hayes couldn't complete the three-point play. Drake quickly down court. Ball knocked away by Gypfy. Dug up by Becker. Contact underneath. First one no goods. And Gray gets it back and gets her first hoop. And then traveling at the top of the key, called on Layla Hayes, who immediately said, that's me, that's my fault.
And Callie Levine taking credit, as you know, being a good teammate. She said she put her post in a bad position there. She knows Layla's cutting to the rim and just kind of got caught up.
But good experience for this 5 as Becker tries to work along the baseline, trying to slip a pass inside to Alsma. And it's picked off by Levine, who knows how to get to the rim. Layup, no. Hayes put back, no. Levine taps it back to Hayes, and she has it taken away by Alsma. Alsma in the front court at the top of the key. Left side, jumper, McCabe. That's all net.
Yeah, well, those McCabe spent a lot of time in the driveway growing up.
They can find that rim, can't they?
Peyton and Taylor, you know, Peyton always came on recruiting visits with Taylor as her little sister. It's really, really cool to see them both playing here in the state of Iowa, even though they're girls from Nebraska.
And she has 10. Levine, power move inside. Little floater gets it to go. And a chance for a three-point play with the Hawks on top, 92-55.
Yeah, Callie, a player that Drake certainly heavily recruited. You know, Gatorade Player of the Year in the state, Miss Iowa basketball. So Drake staff no stranger to Miss Levine.
And Kenise Johnson enters the lineup at the 3:32 mark. Free throw, no good off the right side of the iron. Rebound taken down by Lexi Carlson. Ahead to Peyton McCabe. Kenise Johnson on her. Great to see her on the floor after knee surgery. Sidelined her last year. Top of the key, jumper Daly, back iron no. And Hayes pulls the rebound. Deal across the timeline. In between the circles. Hattie will pose, fire a three in and out. And the ball loose and dug up at the free throw line by Daly. And then a reach in the backcourt will be called. Jada Jimphy pick up her first. Free throws for Brooklyn Daly. 92-55, we're under 3. Hawks have led all but 47 seconds. Free throw no good. Second one off the mark. Long rebound to Levine. Drake just 5 of 10 from 3. Jimphy from 3. That's an air ball left to the top of the key. Might as well get him up when you got the opportunity.
Jada wanted in on the action. Catch and shoot, quick trigger. Just a little to the right. Just a bit outside.
Becker gives it off to Carlson. 3-ball left wing, no. Hayes muscles for the rebound. And then she is held.
No, Layla Hayes being from Alaska, maybe got a little taste of home with the Northern Lights that were here earlier this week. You know, back up in Alaska, I think you see them quite regularly, but that was something special here in the upper Midwest.
Saw a lot of pictures.
Looked better on your picture, than it did with your eyes. And I took when I was actually traveling for work in North Dakota, the Northwoods League, and they're like, you got to drive out into the country. I'm like, well, where's that? They're like, oh, about 5 minutes away.
Too far?
No, literally outside of town is not hard to get to. But anyway, those Northern Lights were, wow, something special. What a treat.
Hayes knocks down both free throws. Great confidence boost for her. She has 12. Coming off of 20 against Evansville. And Drake throws it away deep in the left corner. Turnovers an issue for the Bulldogs tonight. Have to get that cleaned up. It's 23 of them. 94-55. 2:20 left to go. Jimphy, free throw line extended right. Inside, Hayes powers it up off the window and scores.
Wow, she's fun to watch. I mean, quick finisher and just eager to get better, eager to be involved and works hard. It's fun to watch Layla Hayes.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Retained by the Bulldogs. Hawks 4 points away from 100, and a steal by Kenise Johnson. right in front of the Drake bench. Then couldn't control it. Stepped out of bounds. Drake basketball. Carlson will throw it in. So to Daly. Top of the key. Levine on her. 2 minutes to go. Open three, left wing, no good by Weiss. Dug up by Kenise Johnson. Bounce pass. Deal. Finish. Yes! All the way around the rim and through.
Well, the Iowa bench is loving it. Loving to see Kenise be involved in the mix. Nice assist over to Addie Deal.
Nice bounce pass. Left side to the right. As Drake works it around to the right side, it's McCabe. Had a good second half, and breaking free inside is Shannon Forshell. She puts it up and in. That's her first basket. 98-57. See what the Hawks do on this possession. Kenise Johnson along the baseline. Short jumper outside the paint is good. There's 100-157.
I'm really happy for Kenise. You know, a lot of hours of rehabbing that knee to get to come back and have some minutes like this. So rewarding.
1 minute.
And we're under a minute. Shot is up and no good. Hayes the rebound. Ahead to Deal. Kenise Johnson, three, right side, no good. Missed it from the short corner. Drake works it around the outer arc. And tried to slip a pass inside for Fornshell. Gypsy trailing the play, picks up the foul. That's her second. University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball all season. Empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Free throw short. Fornshell only with 2 points. 6'1" junior from Plymouth, Minnesota. Back up 4, knocks down the second. .158. Deal will walk it across the timeline and just hold the ball. As the Hawkeyes will start 3-0 and get the first one against in-state competition. Iowa 100, Drake 58. Been a lot of close games in this series tonight, not one of them.
And really glad that when you've got a record such as haven't lost at home to Drake since 2001, no one wants to be the first team to break that streak.
So the Hawkeyes will push their record to 3-0. Ranked number 21 in the country. Drake falls to 1-2 and will host Iowa State next, as the Hawkeyes will celebrate this one and get ready for the UNI Panthers in Cedar Falls on Sunday. We did not have a review today, which is always nice. All plays under review. However, brought to you by Athletico Physical Therapy. You don't need a jersey to move with purpose or permission to take your healing seriously. At Athletico, recovery fuels what's possible. Move like you mean it. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawks 100. Drake 58. Stick around for the postgame show from Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
You power your day with passion and purpose.
It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringBeyond to learn more.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just needs someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
Hi, Hawk fans. Coach Kirk Ferentz here. For 40 years, our players have proudly worn the ANF logo to honor the hardworking farmers who keep this country growing. With fewer farmers working the land, their challenges are bigger, but their commitment never wavers. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau are proud to stand with these dedicated families who feed and fuel our nation. Thanks for celebrating 40 years of America Needs Farmers. Let's keep standing strong for the people who keep us going strong. To learn more, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Hawkeye Basketball has been brought to you by Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. And by Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. This is the Hawkeye Postgame Show.
Welcome back courtside, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Iowa 100 and the Drake Bulldogs 58. Our postgame stats recap brought to you by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Well, the team numbers are good. The individual numbers are good. And the Hawkeyes were consistent from start to finish.
No question about it. And that's what you love to see when you look at a stat sheet after a game is the balance. And that's when you go down this Iowa stat line, you got Stolke, 11 points. Ava Hayden, 14 points. Chit Chat Wright, 14 points. Layla Hayes, 14 points. Emily Rodriguez, 11. Taylor Stremlo, 10. Plenty of others also scored, but when you look at all those folks in double digits, that's really exciting for a coaching staff to know that, any given night, certainly someone will be off, but you got, 6 other options of somebody who could be really hot. Looking at the other numbers for Iowa tonight, from the field, 54% overall on 41 of 76 shooting. Now, 76 is a lot of field goal attempts, but high-scoring game will do that. From 3, 10 for 29 for 35%. And a little low from the free throw line, 47% on 8 of 17 shooting. Already talked about the leading scorers, but a few other items of note. Hannah Stolke with 8 rebounds, 4 of those offensive, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Ava Hayden, 6 rebounds herself. Layla Hayes, 10 boards, 5 of those offensive, and 2 assists, doing great things, and 1 block as well. So a lot of balance, lots of things to be excited about on the Iowa side of things. For Drake, a little bit of a down night from shooting, 36% from the field on 22 of 61 shooting, 30% from 3 on 8 of 27 shooting, and 50% from the free throw line on 6 of 12. Usual suspects doing most of the damage for Drake. Grace Knutson with 19 points on 6 of 13 shooting. Abby Alsma with 16 on 7 of 13 shooting. And then Peyton McCabe, a really nice second half, kind of came to life. 4 for 5 from the field and 2 for 2 from the three-point line. Iowa out-rebounded Drake 44-38 overall and 16-12 on the offensive glass. Huge numbers from Iowa, 62 paint points to Drake's 24. 35 points scored off of Drake's turnovers for Iowa, and then 50 points coming off the bench. So exactly half the scoring, something really exciting for the Iowa coaching staff to see all that bench production.
13 players scored, and then even when you go back to the first half, Catherine, it was spread out from the beginning. First 4 field goals, 4 different starters, all 5 starters scored rather quickly, and I thought the defense did a lot to cause Drake to have 23 turnovers.
They did, and that started early. I mean, even before the first quarter was over, Drake had already turned it over 8 times. So I guess they kind of stayed on pace with that. But I think you do have to credit Iowa's defense for that, and that's something that they really hung their hat on last season. Wanted to carry over this year, but weren't totally sure how that would go. But I think it starts with your leadership, and your team captains are Kylie Feuerbach and Taylor Stremlow. And what do they do night in and night out? They emphasize defense, steals, passing lanes, rebounding, and that's something, Rob, I'm really thrilled about is the rebounding. To see Stolke with 8, Hayden with 6, McCabe with 5. One of the smaller guards on the floor. Layla Hayes with 10. Journey Houston, I thought did an excellent job coming in tonight and shaking things up, especially on the glass. So you're right, defense includes rebounding, and Iowa was spectacular on that end of the floor tonight.
A note on Journey Houston. She's obviously practiced very well coming up to the season because she was in that rotation from the start.
She was, and I was talking with Drake assistant Kelly before the game, and she mentioned something about Iowa's depth, and it kind of got me thinking, you're right, I'm not really sure when it will be the right time to trim down this rotation, because you are seeing production from so many individuals, Journey Houston included, and she's doing it in lots of ways. And I love that when players aren't worried about scoring, they're worried about assists, rebounding, playing good defense, all those things. And I think that goes a long way with Coach Jensen. She sees all those little things, wants the hustle play type of player, and Journey is certainly an example of that.
Yeah, 30 assists to 12 turnovers. Coach Jensen will love that. Lisa Bluter would certainly love that. And then 13 steals and had 10 at the half.
Yeah, amazing, really. Like we said throughout the game, the Drake matchup is not taken lightly. It never has been, it never will be. It's an in-state game. There's a lot of emotion involved, and for Coach Jay in particular to get this win over her alma mater is really exciting. But you're right, it was early and often in all these ways tonight against the Bulldogs.
This is the largest margin of victory for Iowa against Drake since 1992-93. So that shows you that this has been a much closer series than this. And the Hawkeyes operating on all cylinders tonight. And also Taylor Stremlow tied a career high with 10 points and knocked on those 2 important 3-pointers. So Hawkeyes, time to celebrate tonight, but then it'll be all business to get ready for UNI on Sunday. Iowa 100, Drake 58. The Hawkeyes 3-0. Back with more from Carver Hawkeye Arena on the postgame show, including heading to the Iowa locker room in just a little bit. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
All Hawkeyes tonight, 158 over the Drake Bulldogs, and we've talked about the starts this year. Been very impressive, and Iowa did that again tonight against Drake, leading after the first quarter 25-9, and then outscored the Bulldogs 20-16 in the second, 29-13 in the third, and then 26-20 in the fourth, and shot the ball very, very effectively. 41 of 76 for 53.9%, 10 of 29 from 3, 34.5%. Free throw percentage will be something that Coach Jensen will talk about. Always have to have a few points of emphasis. And Iowa just 8 of 17, 47% from 3. Drake did not shoot the ball particularly well tonight, 22 of 61, 36.1%. 8 of 27 from 3, just under 30, and then had struggles at the free throw line as well, 6 out of 12 for just 50%. 5 players in double figures, and leading the way with 4 players with 14, Ava Hayden, Chit-Chat Wright, and Layla Hayes, who had a double-double, 14 points and 10 boards, so she continues her outstanding play off the bench and played 19 minutes and 32 seconds. And the other nice thing about this type of game is the starters didn't have to play 35 or 36 minutes. 27 for Stalkey, only 12-23 for Ava Hayden. Got into some foul trouble. Taylor McCabe 20:08, Kylie Feuerbach 20:46, and Wright 27:21. Tonight's precision plays of the game are brought to you by Civco Medical Solutions. Precision matters most when your loved one is undergoing an invasive procedure. For over 40 years, Civco has been a trusted provider for image-guided procedures, counted on to deliver outstanding service and superior quality around the world. Civco Medical Solutions, making image-guided procedures safer. Let's listen in on some of tonight's top plays. Alsma drives into the paint, has the ball ripped away by Wright. Down court pass, Hayden, layup, 2 more. Almost 4 minutes into the game. Feuerbach gets it to Hayes, 10 feet away, now right side, 3 is good. Taylor McCabe knocks down her first one. Quickly in the front court, Wright, free throw line extended right. Swings the ball left side, Stremlo. Now Stalkey outside the paint, about 10 feet away. Now back to Stremlo. Count it! A 3 from the left wing this time. Bounce pass in the paint is taken away by Wright. She scoops a pass to McCabe. Flips it to Feuerbach. 3. Count it from the short corner. Get it out to Carlson. 3-ball left wing, no. Rebound to Hannah Stalkey. Gets it to Rodriguez. She charges her way toward the rim. Spin move. Off the back of the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound and dug up in the paint by Houston. Brings it to the left side. Bounce pass to Stremlo along the baseline. Now inside to Hayes. Up and under move. Goes with the left hand and finishes. Some have taken advantage of that. Stalkey takes advantage of a Deal pass and lays it up and in after a Drake empty possession. Hawks running well in transition. Deal finds a wide open, and I mean wide open, Journey Hayes. Laid it up and in. See what the Hawks do on this possession. Kenise Johnson along the baseline. Short jumper outside the paint is good. There's 100, 157. Hawks hit 100, and nice that Kenise Johnson was along the baseline, a short jumper from the left side, and got the Hawks to 100 for now back-to-back games after putting 119, a school record, on the board against Evansville. The Hawks led for 38-48 with 50 points off the bench and 62 points in the paint. Just tremendous numbers all around tonight. 158 the final. Iowa over Drake. Back with more courtside at Carver Hawkeye Arena on the postgame show. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Banks Student Living and Kirkwood Hotel. Come home to luxury living at the Banks Student Living, located just minutes from the U of I, with a 24/7 fitness center, resort-style pool, sauna, private study rooms, and so much more. Studio to 4-bedroom floor plans available. It's time to find your future home by visiting thebanksiowa.com or calling 319-249-6575 today.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listen. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listen. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Back on the postgame show after Iowa takes care of Drake 100-58. Assistant coach Randy Henderson joins me courtside, and two things really stuck out, Randy. One, the sharing of the basketball early on. Look down, 4 different players scored the first 8 points. All 5 starters scored quickly in the first quarter. And the assists was a big thing. And then also the start of the third quarter, start of the first quarter, I thought really set the tone.
Yeah, I think, we're just kind of figuring each other out and starting to trust each other a little bit more. And we have just some really good pieces too, and selfless basketball is a staple at Iowa, and they're really buying into it and making plays for each other. And
you see that with 13 players scoring, 5 players in double figures, and it goes back to that old saying, give up a good shot for a great shot, and sometimes you saw that 3 different times.
Mm-hmm. And we actually had 6 in double figures. So
6,
I'm
okay,
even more,
good.
I'm even more impressed
Perfect.
with that. 6.
How about 7?
6, might as well have 7. But, yeah, I think even our field goal percentage, 53% from the floor is pretty good. And we had a lot of open threes today. We probably could have made a couple more of those. But I think overall, we're just not forcing very much. and we dominated inside. We had 62 paint points, and we're playing through our post players well, and our post players are finishing and making the right passes out. So I think it's just going to be a really fun year as we continue to develop strategies against how people are playing us.
And then you talk about all the different players that score 50 bench points. So half the total off the bench.
I know, and that is what could make us really special. I think our ability to play together collectively with that many different people and not really miss very much, I think is that depth doesn't happen very often. You saw Ava have foul trouble, and Layla stepped right in, and she had a great game, and Hannah was able to fill in a little bit at the 5 when we needed her to. And then I just think our depth and our chemistry is it could just be a really special year.
And how does that affect practices?
I think, in practices, we have had pretty good practices. I think we're still learning a lot, and so our
kind of fighting for playing time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Super competitive practices. And also, I think the cool part about these girls is that they really are championing each other, right? So you have people who are fighting for playing time, like Ava and Layla, for instance. And Ava is just really supporting Layla, teaching her on the sideline, like encouraging her when she's frustrated, because they do have this ability right now to just believe that together we're better. And I think that was how we played today. Collectively, we just really played well.
If you have, what type of improvement have you seen from maybe even the exhibition game to the Southern game here a week or so later?
A lot of improvement. I think we're getting more comfortable with each other. I think we're getting more comfortable within the offensive system. I think we're getting more comfortable with strengths. I think our defense is getting better, and I think our defense could still improve a lot. We have some pretty talented players that could, I think we've just gotten better at pretty much everything, and that's what you want, and even players individually have gotten better. If you think about even Layla from her first game to like now, she's just really starting to get the feel for what she's capable of doing and what it actually takes, and I think that's super cool.
23 turnovers for Drake. Did you feel like the Iowa defense had quite a bit to do with that?
Yeah, I think, we did a really good job guarding all of their screening actions. Not all the time. They got some wide open stuff.
Which isn't easy.
It is not easy. It's really hard to guard, and I think that we also did a good job of forcing them to put the ball on the floor and have the help, in the gap, which is where we got a lot of those turnovers. We knew they were a very transition-dominated team, and I think we really took away that transition and made them play in the half court.
It's kind of fun to have these in-state rivalries so early in the season, and something to look forward to. They come quickly, and you have another one on Sunday. Yeah. But you know what they're all about, and you gotta keep it going and bring your best every night.
You do. I think those in-state rivalries, you never know who's going to show up, but everybody's going to be ready to play.
All right, get back to work. Huh?
Oh, I got a scout to do.
Hey, you got one of the boys on the big screen tonight.
Yeah,
my
son Zeke, he just got
looked like he knew what he was doing.
Super Macarena.
Well, he'll be up all night now, huh?
He was pretty jazzed about
He's
that.
He's got a lot of texts to answer, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Randy, appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Yep. See you, Rob.
All righty. Assistant coach Randy Henderson on the postgame show after the Hawks take care of the Drake Bulldogs 100-58. And we'll head to the Iowa locker room when we come back. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Aplos, and Community Choice Credit Union. In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
Craving something sweet? Step into the flavor of a good old-fashioned bake sale, Quick Star style. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our premium donuts. Choose from Quick Star's fluffy Long Johns, rich Persians, classic Bismarcks, or ring donuts. So delicious, just like the ones at your hometown bake sale. Do you remember those fresh oven-baked cookies your grandma used to make? So good. Well, the Quickeries got them. Our cookies are just like the ones from back in the day. Let's head straight to the bake sale, only at Quick Star. Treat yourself today.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau, but depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Ever wonder where to find the best cinnamon rolls in Iowa? The Eat Shop's recipe has been passed down for nearly 100 years. From Great Aunt Mary Ann's 1930s restaurant to our ovens today. This holiday season, share a taste of Iowa tradition. Our famous cinnamon rolls, sticky pecan rolls, and small batch kolaches baked fresh every morning. Pre-order your holiday pies and pastries now at theeatshop.com or visit us in Solon, Uptown Marion, or at the University of Iowa campus cafes. Worth every bite.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
158 Iowa over Drake. And how about Layla Hayes out shooting free throws, working on her game in uniform after playing several minutes coming off the bench, 1932 to be exact. 4 out of 9 from the free throw line for Layla, who will continue to improve in that area and obviously working hard right now. A terrific, terrific night for her, but not satisfied. That's what you'll love to see. Let's head to the Iowa locker room. Taylor Stremlow had 10 points. That tied a career high on 4 of 6 shooting and knocked down a couple of big threes to help the Hawkeye cause.
Taylor, you hit back-to-back threes to get things going in that second quarter and keep the foot on the gas for the team. So what did that feel like? And then just talk about tonight's game flow.
Felt amazing. I was super excited, just trying to get in, make an impact, and back-to-back is always fun, so that was exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And this Drake matchup is part of the three-part state matchup so that you want to have a goal every year to win the state championship. So just kind of tell the listeners what that's like and what you guys talk about in the locker room.
Yeah, Drake's a great team. We had a tremendous amount of respect for them, along with, Iowa State and UNI. We know everyone's going to come to play, especially when it comes to, like you said, that state rivalry. It's personal, so I think we're ready. We respect all of those teams, but it's personal for us, too, so we're going to take it at them.
Yeah, definitely. Go 1-0 tonight. So can you just talk a little bit about the newcomers to this team? I know you're just a sophomore, but kind of feels like you've been here a lot longer than that. You've just made an impact really quickly. But, Chit Chat, Emily, and then the 3 freshmen who are playing heavy minutes, and just they're getting them assimilated into the program and your role in doing so.
Yeah, all of them have brought unique talents to the team. I think everyone's great. Everyone's been super eager to get in, just learn, grow. I think, like Chat, she's been super consistent. She's more like nonchalant on the court, but she's a hooper, obviously. Can get a bucket. She's just a dog, and I think, like, Addie, Journey, Layla, all the freshmen have been super, like you said, going out there just doing what they can, and they've been crushing it. So, yeah, I'm excited to see their growth over the season and be a part of the ride with them.
Yeah, well, part 2 of the state championship on Sunday, going against UNI. Good luck there and safe travels.
Thank you.
Taylor Stremlow, one of 6 Hawkeyes in double figures against the Bulldogs. Time for the postgame interview with Jan Jensen. Oaknall's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 59 years. Oaknall is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye, and downtown Iowa City. Proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oaknall.com to learn more. Back to the Hawkeye locker room.
Coach Jay, incredible balance tonight. Several people in double figures, and 13 different individuals scored. So had to like that. Rebounding, offensive boards, people coming in from every direction, but a couple of those. What else did you like tonight?
Well, I just thought we did a really good job of handling a really tricky offense. I mean, they did get some really. We blew it on a curl cut. We blew it on a flare. Transition defense. We just didn't communicate. But I'm telling you, they're well coached, and margin of victory like this, it always is. As a coach, you've been on both sides of it, and certainly I have a great professional friendship with Allison and our connections with Drake, and I just know sometimes it just can't. The ball doesn't go in as well. But I thought we did a pretty good job with their offense. I thought that was really pleasing to me.
Yeah, we talked about that during the game a lot, how hard they are to guard, just because it's so unpredictable, the action. Yeah. So, even with that scoring margin in mind, what do you take away from a game like that where you play a lot of people, you win by nearly 50, but there are still things to learn?
Yeah. Well, I think this particular team we do have a lot of pieces, but it's utilizing those pieces and when and how. And I think also, I call it, there's a lot of, people call the brainstorming, it's kind of like you do team storming in the summer and the fall, and then you start to form, because then roles start to, get identified. And as quickly as a team can do the team forming. And I've really talked to this team a lot about passing that baton. Because, one night it might be Emily's night, right? One night it may not be her night, and, it's just going to be all Strem, or it's going to be all Kylie, or all McCabe, or all Ava. And I think they're doing a really good job recognizing that, when you play like that, it's a pretty special environment and a special team to be a part of. And I thought tonight, we were running a lot of different people, different combinations, and everybody was just I think, giving us their very best. And that's when it's so fun to coach.
And on a personal note for you, I know the Drake game is always special. Just a little bit about the emotion for you coming into it tonight. Yeah, it's just one of those that it's just always weird, because hopefully if you have a good college experience, you owe so much to the people and the place, because it really shapes who you are and who you're going to become. And there were so many amazing people in my life during that 4 years as a student athlete, but also in the 8 years I was there as a coach. And I don't like it, because I love to cheer for them. So that part, is always emotional. But when the ball goes up, you certainly want to win it. And there was so much emotion last year, because Drake celebrated the 50 years of Drake Athletics. That was my first year, and I was so honored they did that with a game that I could be at. But that was probably one of the most emotional games. So this year, being at home here at Iowa helped a lot. Well, congrats on the win, Coach. I know that's a big one to knock off, and good luck against Northern Iowa on Sunday. Thank you. It didn't get any easier with these in-state rivalries anytime you go on the road. So we'll go watch the film, a little bit of this tonight, and we'll turn that page pretty quickly to the Panthers. All right. Well, good luck. Thanks for the time. Thank you. God bless, and go Hawks. And thanks for our great crowd. I mean, how amazing are they?
Another great crowd, and a sold-out game once again, third consecutive year. And they were loud and into it, and spurred the Hawkeyes on to victory, 100-58, Iowa over Drake. The Hawkeyes now 3-0, and as you heard from Coach Jensen, it's on to Cedar Falls and the Northern Iowa Panthers on Sunday. That is a 2 o'clock tip, so we'll be on with the pregame show at 1:30. Don't forget about Hawkeye football on Saturday, Iowa and USC from the L.A. Memorial Coliseum. That is a 2:30 Central kick, and the pregame show will start at 12:30 along the Hawkeye Radio Network. And then basketball on Sunday. Iowa men tomorrow night against Xavier inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. And the Iowa soccer team in the NCAA tournament against South Dakota State at 5 o'clock tomorrow at the Hawkeye softball complex. So plenty of opportunity to cheer on the black and gold this weekend. But for tonight, it's a Hawkeye victory, 158 over Drake. For Catherine Reynolds, I'm Rob Brooks. Thanks so much for listening tonight, and we will talk on Sunday for Iowa Hoops, Iowa and UNI. This is the Hawkeye Radio Network, and this is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye Basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Honda, to see how Honda crushes the competition, see your local Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Explore Minnesota. Discover the star of the North. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. And by University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing